I had to do it. Had to do it. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. What a game last night. I missed 95% of it. Yay! Yo! I had Little League, but boy, I caught the end, and it was something else. Obviously, talking Team Italy defeating the US of A last night. Quite embarrassing, and a really embarrassing 12 hours or so for Team USA. But we will get into all that. It's going to be so much fun. Great to be here with you guys on it's shocking that it's only Wednesday. Absolutely shocking. I could have sworn to God it was Thursday. It is not. It's only Wednesday. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. Got Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, the chairman himself. How are you, sir?
I'm good. The chairman hair is starting to come back.
I was just going to say, it's getting a little chairman-y.
I just scheduled a haircut for next week. Got in for my guy, but until then, it's going to start poofing up on the sides like the chairman.
Chairman Mao himself. Yeah. Now, we have to be careful what dictators we talk about on this program because
we don't want any more emails. I
don't need any more emails yesterday. We got an email yesterday after the show because we are doing the Ben IT. And, you know, I feel like I need to explain to this gentleman. I don't know him. I've never heard of him before, but Adam did get a mean email. Not mean, just an angry email yesterday about this program in particular. And because Paul, Ben, he can't stop talking about Adolf Hitler. And we played the
Adolf Hitler.
We played the clip of Ben talking about, again,
Adolf Hitler
on our show. So he was upset. And I thought context was very important in this scenario. The email said, you can't say that on the radio. And I said, all right, well, so when your kid goes to like 8th grade, they're going to talk about that guy. Like, here's the difference. We're not promoting Adolf Hitler. Like, hey, he's spinning down at Crostfest. Make sure you go see him. It's just his name. He's a historical figure.
It's not even really his name.
This wasn't even his name.
This was in reference to a politician in Africa who was unfortunately
named,
saddled by his parents who didn't really understand with
Tonight,
the name.
We're looking into a story you may have seen. It claims a politician named Adolf Hitler is set to win an election in his home country in southwestern Africa. It's true. Adolf Hitler Unona is poised to win re-election in a local election in Namibia. He was elected the first time 5 years ago with 85%.
It's a news story. Again, we have said over the years, because there have been absolute buffoons and morons that have invoked the name of Adolf Hitler to say, do not take this out of context, by the way, to say things like, guy was a pretty good public speaker, sure knew how to whip up a crowd into a frenzy. Yes, obviously, if we said something like that, fire away, peck the keyboard until your heart's content. It's not what it is. I happened to turn on the news one night, and there's my partner of 8 years anchoring, and the first words out of his mouth were Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
And I go, what are the odds of that happening at that point? The timing of it was hysterical and funny. It's okay to be funny. And again, if we were promoting, Mein Kampf and Adolf Hitler, I'd get it. I'd get why you were upset. We're not. We don't. We won't. We never will. So there you go. So I thought we should address it. So
there certainly is a sensitivity, obviously, that we share as well.
Of course we share it.
But, where do you stop?
That's why we're not going to be like, he wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, obviously that we're sensitive to it. It's the guy's name, though.
I'm looking at a list. This is the 9 worst dictators of all time.
Right.
Comes in number 1 on the power rankings, followed by Joseph Stalin.
Yep.
Then Mao Zedong, Chairman Mao, right there.
2 out of 3.
We got 2 out. Then Pol Pot.
I don't know Pol Pot.
You know Pol Pot? Cambodia?
No.
Khmer Rouge, Cambodia.
Oh, the Khmer Rouge. Okay.
Kim Il-sung from North Korea.
Okay.
Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Idi Amin.
Okay.
Uganda. And then Francisco Franco, Spain. Back in World War times. And then Muammar Gaddafi, Libya.
All right.
9 worst dictators in history.
Okay. the Mount Rushmore-ish, if you will, of the 9 worst dictators. So again, I don't want to tell you that your feelings are invalid, but I thought it was a bit of a ridiculous stretch to say that we're promoting.
Well, no, we're acknowledging their worst dictators in history.
Right. Well, but I'm also acknowledging that there was, in fact, a man, and his name was Adolf Hitler, and it's not a curse word. Like, you know what I mean? Your kids are going to hear about it in school, and it's going to be around, and.
But that's not the one we were referring to anyway. So
correct. He can always find a loophole. He's like the master of the loophole.
I was going to be a lawyer before I got into this racket. So
yeah, you were.
Sports and televition.
You would have been.
Radio,
I go back and forth. Would he have been a good lawyer or the worst lawyer?
So is he prosecution or is he defense?
Ooh,
because you make more money.
Defense.
Yeah, you could rationalize anything in your head.
I can compartmentalize and I can look at the puzzle pieces and go, okay, this is the strategy. Here's what we're going with.
Like could
you defend somebody that
OJ? Could you?
The evidence was overwhelmingly clear that they were guilty.
You could have been on the dream team.
Everybody deserves a vigorous defense. In our system of government, it doesn't work unless everybody gets the same vigorous defense.
Yeah,
I would be ethical.
It would be hard. I couldn't do it. I would have to be a prosecutor. I couldn't get on. I couldn't be up there and be like, yeah, dude, like your footprints and like it's on your car. It's in your car. They found your glove. Yeah, Furman sucks. I get it. Like I think he's a turd, but like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? There's 12. I just watched OJ Made in America again, by the way, so I'm very, very keen on this.
I was cruising through that a couple of weeks ago.
It's the greatest documentary of all time.
Unbelievably good.
By the way, we're not promoting OJ Simpson. We just had mentioned his name. He did commit a double homicide.
That's another email.
That's another email. I just
can you guys
just stop?
Can you
talk about sports?
Damn,
he played
morning.
Sports. There you go. He played sports. He was a running back.
That's true.
He went to USC. So this is sports talk radio. But I would have a hard time, Benny, being like, let's see if you can eat a bunch of salt and let's see if you can try the glove on and maybe make it look really tight. Do your best Nordberg acting and try to make the glove look tight. All right. I don't think I could do it. I think I would lose too much sleep. You would have no problem with it.
I don't know that I have no problem with it.
Sociopathy.
I certainly could. I could wrap my brain around it.
Yeah.
If I had to.
It'd be tough. It would be, prosecuting would be fantastic, but you make like a quarter of what the defense attorneys make. I think you probably still make a pretty good living being a prosecutor, but I don't know, man. I don't know how we got on that tangent, but I'm in a great mood this morning. We had such a fun night last night. We had a late Little League game. 6:30 is when we started. 6:30 for these
6:30.
6:30, buddy.
There lights on these fields?
There are lights on these fields.
Okay.
Yep. And you get, of course, we all get that extra hour that we love so much. So you don't have to burn the lights up. So we have plenty of daylight. It was awesome. It was so fun. We won 4-2. I was very happy.
I don't think I ever played a Little League game under the lights.
Oh, it's so elite.
I don't think I did either.
It's so elite.
I don't think we had any fields that we had lights at until like high school. And it was the coolest thing. It wasn't often. Games were still usually at 3:30, but every once in a while you get like the 6:30, 7 o'clock start. You're warming up as the sun's setting, the lights come on. It is so much fun to play.
Oh, the sun was setting. It was just stunning. It was just a perfect, and I meant to take a picture, but I didn't. I took a mental picture. We had a baseball game yesterday between 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, or 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds. It was a baseball game. Like it was a 4-2 us going into the 5th. We played 6 innings.
It wasn't 17-13.
No, and we had our pitcher loaded the bases in the 5th and the 6th, and we got out of it both times, and we won 4-2. Your heart is racing. I'm like, what? Please get out of this. Like, we're this close. Let's get it. I was so proud of my guys, man. It was so fun to be out there. I love this. I love it. I love it so much.
Now, you and your family, notorious early to bed.
Yeah.
I guess 6:30 game must impact bedtime at the Woods household. You can't put everyone down at 7:45.
The panic.
If you're still at the baseball field.
The panic that sets. So there's these. Well, this is good, because this is going to tie into a lot of conversation we're going to have today. There's a small part of me that sympathizes with Mark DeRosa, and we'll get into it later on because I am a new Little League coach. There are rules. You don't start a new inning after 1:45, like an hour 45. Well, no, 1:40, 1 hour and 45, right?
Yeah. 2 hour max. Yeah, so you just can't start after 1:45.
We finish the fifth. I walk up to the scorer's table and say, how are we doing on time? Because it's not, I want to win this game 4-2. It's, I want to go home. My kids have to go home. It's 8:17 or something. He goes, we got 8 minutes left. Now, he was the scorekeeper for the other team. They were the home team.
They wanted another chance.
They wanted another shot
to catch up.
So I go, I got 8 minutes left. Okay, guess we're starting an entirely new inning. So we did. Started a new inning. We held on. We got the dub. It was awesome. But then when the game's over, I did the game ball for the kid. And then after that, it was like, clean up the dugout, get your stuff, get your bats, get your gloves. And we're like running through the parking lot. We didn't get home till like 9:30, dude. It was, wow. And then the kids, shower and had to put them to bed. It was tough. I passed right out. I was so tired from coaching, but it was so much fun. Stands were packed. I mean, packed with parents. It was a blast.
Sounds like both managers, though, at least knew the rules going in.
Yeah,
to how it all works.
Yeah, there's a lot of this kid can't pitch if he's caught 4 innings. This kid can't. They're really putting an emphasis, which I think that surprised me. So
any drama between your catcher and any opposing hitters?
No.
Like, because the catcher has to throw the ball back every single time.
So they're
protecting the arms of the catchers
protecting
as well.
the arms of the catcher. So if
what do they do?
If homie catches 4 innings, he can't pitch. He can't pitch the 5th if he catches 4 innings.
Oh,
now again, I had to take a picture of the scorebook to give you the rules, and now with 3 games a week, well.
I mean, in a way, I understand the logic, I should say. I guess protecting arms because that kid is throwing.
He's throwing a lot, but he's not throwing
like
max effort or pitching.
Have we ever monitored the first baseman has to throw the ball back to the pitcher or throw it around the horn?
He's throwing ground balls to his team. Like
he's actually thrown about 75 pitches.
It is a bit of a slippery slope, and I guess I understand why they do it from the catcher's perspective. But what they don't want is, your kid catches 4 innings. He comes in and pitches the last 2. Okay. There's a lot of rules. And I'm going to you really have to look down the road and be like, we got a game Sunday. I got to limit your pitch count so that you can go Sunday. We have a game Sunday and Monday. So what do I do then? Like, I'm just praying to get through this game Sunday to get ready for Monday. It's a lot, man. There are throwing rules for catchers now. Trav.
When it gets to like the Little League World Series, the playoffs, the tournaments, and it is gnarly in terms of how
you read it
close. Yeah. Wow. All right. Pitchers pitch count 40 plus. They cannot catch. Player catches 4 innings. They cannot pitch. Player catches, then comes into pitch, and the pitch count is 21 or over. They cannot return to the catcher position.
Wow. Right. So that changes the game for the coach, right? It really changes the game. Because, again, in your mind, you go, hey, man, you're going to give me 2 innings today. You walk 12 guys in the second inning. You're like, I need to make a pitching change, but I really can't. It's very difficult.
Little League has more spreadsheets than you can possibly imagine.
And by the way, you do know that you work with someone at 50, almost 51 years old, who has never, ever one time in his entire life or career done an Excel spreadsheet. Never once have I.
It's hard to manage a youth baseball team without one now.
I take a ton
charts
of
notes. Pitches from the previous games, next games, little boxes that you got to follow along the entire season.
It's really, really challenging. So I'm going to lean on my staff to help me with things like this. But yeah, it is. It's pretty nuts, man. It's pretty nuts. It's so much fun. We are pitching from 45.5 feet, I believe. John had just asked. So. It's like it's like Beautiful Mind type stuff in my office every day going, all right, he threw 23. What do I catch him? Here's the funny thing, Ben. So I could catch a guy 3 innings, then make him pitch, and then he can go back to catching because he didn't catch 4, right? So he can catch 3, pitch, then go back to catch only if he didn't throw 21 pitches.
Right. So if you can get through the inning in 20 pitches or less, you can put him back behind the plate.
So do I use my catcher as like my closer as long as he doesn't catch 4 innings?
Yeah, but if you catch 4 innings, then it's you can't use him at the end of the game.
But if he catches 4, somebody else catches 1, then he can come close it out in the 6th.
Sounds like if there was any 4 innings at all, he can't catch. So you got to limit him to 3 behind the plate.
It's tough, dude. It's really
complicated.
Really tough. It is.
Now, we're going to talk about Mark DeRosa. I don't necessarily think it's on him. We'll get into this, but
don't you believe in the buck
Team
stops
US,
here? Because he's the
Team USA has a staff. They have a GM. They have staffers. If the Padres, I don't know that Craig Stammen, if they had all these rules, someone from the Padres front office should lay that out for the manager. He doesn't need to sit at home calculating, pitch counts or whatever he needs to calculate for the tournament. Someone needs to tell him, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do. And if someone didn't inform him after the game when they were 3-0, but you have not qualified yet,
somebody's got to tell him, right?
Win to make sure that we qualify. We could still go home if we lose. Someone needs to tell him that.
In this day and age of every player's every breath being analyzed, every throw, do you know that they monitor in the minor leagues? They monitor these guys playing catch. They have a monitor on them when they're playing catch before a game. There's nothing that they don't know analytically about these players or the games in which they play. They know that this guy goes slider 23% of the, you know what I mean? In this day, a modern day of analytics and numbers and analysts and everything else, you're telling me that our skipper and his staff had no idea that they didn't clinch the night before last when they beat Mexico. They had no idea. They decided, let's crack open some cervezas, let's party. We're going to stay here. We're going to tell stories and have a good time and rage. And then the next day, our skipper comes on and goes, yeah, we got some guys banged up in here, man. It was a rough one last night. Nobody told him. He had no idea. Nobody on that whole staff knew that, hey, bro, we got to win this game.
Now, other teams like Japan was 3-0. They had qualified
because
it was a different pool.
Bracket.
They're in a different pool. I mean, you've got. Then again, I mean, a baseball player should understand that if you're in a different division, sometimes you need a better record to qualify than, and if the NL East winner only needs 85 wins, but another division may need 97 wins. It's not always the same.
We got a couple of minutes. Should we just play his comments?
Let's play his comments because we're going to parse these out today.
This was on Hot Stove on MLB Network yesterday.
Quickly, Kimmy in the chat said, can you guys please go over the exact breakdown of Italy and Mexico scoring tonight? I'm still confused. And I said to myself, we've got him. He's here. He's the best in the business.
It's going to get way too involved for you. You just asked. I will answer that question.
Yeah.
All right, here's Mark DeRosa's comments yesterday.
You got 9 bodies ready to roll today, I would imagine.
Absolutely. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to get some guys off their feet. No question about it. I'd like to get Goldie a start. And, he has been awesome. Just a leader of men behind the scenes with Aaron Judge. I'd like to get him in there. I'd like to get Gunnar in there again. Ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow. So the way the schedule lines up, this is an important game for us. Nolan McLean will start. He's on the bump and he's good to go. He's an absolute beast.
There's no way to interpret that and make it seem as though Mark DeRosa didn't 100% think they were already advanced.
We're talking about giving guys a break.
When you say our ticket is punched, that means in your mind, obviously, like this is 101. Our ticket's punched. We're in. We're going to the quarterfinals or whatever.
After the game, he said, I misspoke, but that's not a misspeak. That's a misunderstanding of the rules.
I had no idea. I had no idea. None that we actually had to go out and put our best foot forward tonight. And maybe the guys shouldn't have been in here raging. Some of these guys got back to the hotel. Again, they're big leaguers. Trust me. It's not the first time big leaguers have played a game.
Raged on a Monday,
gotten back to the hotel at 2 a.m. What time was the game last night? They're fine. I mean, you have all day to recover, but they didn't put their best foot forward, and it's because their skipper literally didn't write out the best lineup he could have written out last night because he thought their ticket was punched. So it is it's a boner. It's a boner, as we talked about yesterday. It's a huge boner by Mark DeRosa.
On a respect for Italy, it's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because
it's going to haunt him the rest of his life.
Even though we don't need that it's implied. Even though we don't need to, we want to win this game, even though our ticket is punched and we don't need to win this game. But you did.
He was, of course, asked about this after the game because this clip, I didn't see any of this. He had to have done this interview early in the day.
It was on foul territory or fair territory or whatever.
I didn't see any wind of this until, I don't know, the 5th inning, 6th inning, something like that.
Paulie, that's the other part of the equation. Did this dude find out in the 8th?
Right.
That, no.
Like, bro,
because
Kershaw's warming up?
Yeah, it's pretty
Clayton
clear
Kershaw's
they were down big, and they had Clayton Kershaw warming up, basically garbage time. We'll get him an inning or two. And clearly someone on the team who didn't realize that Mark DeRosa didn't know saw that and goes, he doesn't know that runs allowed is the tiebreaker, and we can't give up any more runs.
Right.
We're in a lot of trouble already, and he's getting Kershaw up. Are you kidding me? At some point, someone then told him in the later innings, you've got to stop the bleeding. Put a tourniquet on this thing, and we need to come back and score some runs, even if we don't win, or we are in serious trouble.
It's incredible.
Here's him after the game.
Okay.
He completely owns it. I mean, at least partially.
Is that true?
Yeah, I misspoke. I was on hot stove with a couple buddies today and completely misread the calculations. We knew that Mexico was going to play Italy and then running all the numbers with if we lost tonight with the runs allowed and runs scored and outs. So I just misspoke.
There's no numbers to run yet. You can't run the numbers until after everyone's played. The only number you need to know is 3 teams can still finish 3-1.
Right.
I would think most people who have followed baseball, participated in baseball, should know how records work, especially when you're only talking about 4 games total. 3 teams could still finish 3-1. At that point, doesn't it occur to you? Oh, okay, so I know 2 teams will advance. 3 teams could still finish 3-1.
Right.
Is it possible that we could be the one that doesn't advance? Yes or no? Someone just give me a yes or no answer.
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, you're one of the teams that might not advance at 3-1. The game then becomes very, very important to win.
Well,
not just go out and get some guys a little work and, have some fun.
People are in the chat saying Mark DeRosa slayed the dragon again. Speaking of boners. Man, that's tough. That is tough. Kevin makes a good point. We all know what's going to happen. This is going to be a massive topic of conversation throughout the country. They're going to advance anyway. It's going to be a moot point.
I don't know about that. We'll talk about what's going to happen.
There's a scenario.
Today.
Yes, there's a scenario, Kevin, where it doesn't work
Italy
out that
and
way.
Mexico.
Gentlemen's agreement.
It's not a dumb strategy.
It's a brilliant strategy.
Here, you want me to just lay it out right now?
No, I want you to tease
right, we
it
will
and come
tease
back
it
with it.
and give you the possibilities.
This
what
is
needs
unreal.
to happen now for Team USA to still advance to the quarterfinals of the WBC and how they can be eliminated tonight. Everybody's going to be watching that game. Actually, no one is, because no one's going to be able to find it. It's on Tubi tonight at 4, whatever that is.
Oh, nice. That one's actually super easy for us.
Is that a good one for you? Okay.
It's a free app on Roku.
Anyone over 40 is not going to be able to watch the game tonight.
So I'm screwed.
Yeah.
What is Tubi?
I don't know.
It's an app.
It's on your smart
it's
TV
free.
somewhere.
It's a free app.
Free?
It's on your TV, or if you have Roku or Fire Stick, or it's on there. It's free.
Okay.
It's just like you've watched a game on the Roku channel. The Padres have played there a couple of times. Well, maybe not you, but
okay.
They have had games on there.
I remember. I remember calling you saying, do I need to go buy a Roku?
Right, everyone says Tubi's easy.
You're good.
Okay, good. And I can get it on my TV. I don't have to watch it on my phone.
Yes.
Okay.
You have a smart TV, right?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Very smart.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
That is the question.
All right. We will come back and we will set the menu for the program, and we will get into the details of the loss last night and what may or may not happen tonight between Italy and Mexico. Glad to have you with us. Ben and Woods getting things started. We'll get a check of traffic coming up in a moment with Kelly Danick. First, though, I want to tell you about my friends at Trajan Wealth, investment advisors, fiduciary advisors. That means they have a responsibility to do right by you and your money. So glad that I met David, who was my advisor at Trajan Wealth. It's just awesome to feel like someone's looking after my money because I wasn't really doing it. Retirement's not that far away, but whether it's 10, 15, 20 years away, Trajan Wealth helps people plan with purpose. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors take the time to listen, educate, and build a wealth management plan that reflects your values, not someone else's idea of retirement. They're independent, local, and focused on long-term relationships. With offices in San Diego, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, Trajan Wealth works with people who want peace of mind, not financial guesswork. That sounds what you're looking for. Start today. Call 619-367-0207. Again, 619-367-0207, or visit TRAJANwealth.com. That's TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey player, this is all yours. And this pool on this roof, this is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, I mean, I guess we should thank, at the end of the day, thank Mark DeRosa for this, because this is manna from heaven. The content gods have delivered, and boy, they have delivered in spades, Benny.
And Team USA, not the only upset victim yesterday. Paulie just let me know. There were a couple of upsets in the Ben IT.
Whoa.
We will give you those results coming up at the top of the hour. Votes on our Tournament of Drops preliminary tournament. You guys voted out there, and we will give you the 8 winners from yesterday and set the final 4 matchups to determine which 4 Ben drops will advance into the field for the Tournament of Drops later this month. So that's coming up at 7 o'clock this morning. At 7:20, we'll get to Don't Do This. 7:35, we'll talk more Padres. Joe Musgrove's news yesterday that he's kind of been shut down. Don't know when he's going to start pitching again. How concerned should we be?
Very, I think.
Padres say don't be that concerned.
They
This
always
is very
they always
expected and normal, they said. But they do say that a lot.
They do.
As opposed to them being like, you should all be very concerned.
You rarely hear that.
Time to panic. What's Lucas Giolito up to? Is he still sitting on the sidelines somewhere waiting for a gig? Make it happen.
But the Padres don't necessarily have the spots because they have guys who continue to throw well as they, try to make a spot on the team, including Walker Buehler and German Marquez.
Yep.
So we'll talk about Padres Angels and what happened yesterday in Tempe. Second half of the program, though, how about this? After we play Take on Woods at 8:20, Eno Sarris going to make his first visit of the season with us from The Athletic Always love talking to Eno. He will join us at 8:35 this morning. All guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking.
It's better.
It is better. And then our final hour, we'll have a Reindl Report headlines after our biggest fan contest announcement. And some SDSU news. I was actually at practice yesterday.
Nice.
Including Miles Bird winning Defensive Player of the Year.
The D-point.
And, preparing for a must-win Mountain West Conference tournament starting tomorrow night in Las Vegas.
How'd they look? How'd the room smell?
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
Really good.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
They were really
focused.
They said, by far the best practices we've had all year.
Okay.
And
make me believe again.
They feel like they're really, really locked in.
Okay.
They're going to dominate that first game. We're going to be like, all right,
we
got 2 more.
We got all upset about nothing.
I'm not trying to lead you down the primrose path here, but I can only call it as I saw it yesterday.
Okay, perfect.
And the vibe was incredibly good.
Good.
At
right.
practice at the Jam Center yesterday. So we can talk about that as well. But let's start by continuing on with our discussion of Team USA and Italy last night. Paulie, if you would, I think we've got the final call from the Italian side of things from last night's game. It was 8-6. It was the bottom of the 9th inning. Team USA had the tying run at the plate. And here's how it sounded on the Italian broadcast of the WBC.
Così il pitch all'azzurro è in vantaggio, ancora dei lanci a disposizione per farla, non c'è fretta, abbiamo fatto le 5:17, possiamo fare anche le 5:17, 30 secondi.
Anche 18.
Come adesso!
Il K di Greg Weissert! L'Italia fa la storia! L'Italia batte gli Stati Uniti al World Baseball Classic! L'Italia batte gli Stati Uniti a Houston 8-6! E allora...
That was Greg Weissert recording the final out, striking out Aaron Judge.
Noted Italian Greg Weissert. I love it. I thought it was. Look, you want Team USA to win, but how do you not get excited for those guys? We have a personal connection with Team Italy, by the way.
That was where my interest was.
Yeah,
my rooting interest.
Listen, some of those players on the team I am borderline obsessed with. Like, I love Jack Caglione. I love him. My kids love him. My wife loves him.
I mean, who wasn't rooting for Ron Marinaccio
100%
late in that game?
But we have a friend. His name is Jojo Tarantino, and he has been in the Padres organization since he was a child and is one of the trainers out in Peoria. He's rubbed me down.
Director of Medical Services or something like that.
He's an incredible human. And he is one of the trainers for Team Italy. And the excitement and passion that he has for this is through the roof. He texts Paulie and I all day long. He sends us pictures from inside the dugout, like their espresso setup, and it's gotten bigger every day. Like, we love JoJo. And this makes me so happy for him because he gets to be a part of this. And he goes, bro, he told us a week ago, he goes, this team's special. They're different. And I go, okay, yeah, that's cute. And man, if they didn't go out and win last night. And by the way, with zero help from the top 5 guys in their order. Zero. They're all, it was 0 for 5, 0 for 4, 0 for 5, 0 for 4. The bottom half of the order absolutely dominated the U.S. last night.
Yeah, the U.S. actually out-hit Team Italy 11-6 in that game, even though, they were down 8-0 at one point. The top of the order. 0 for 4, 0 for 5, 0 for 5, 0 for 4, 0 for 4. They just got the timely hits and they got the home runs, the power. Now, a couple of Padres, 3 Padres appeared in that game yesterday. Alec Jacob, very shaky, gave up a 3-run home run to Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah.
Ron Marinaccio came in, got one of the biggest outs of the game. Pinch hitter Bryce Harper with the tying run in the bottom of the 8th inning, got him to a full count. Great change-ups right on the corner and got him to fly out to end the inning. Now, he came back out in the 9th and gave up a home run to Pete Crow Armstrong.
Locked in, Pete.
But, did his job as good as he needed to give Italy a chance to win. And then, of course, Mason Miller ended up pitching the last inning for Team USA and was absolutely dominant in 10 pitches, 9 strikes, 2 strikeouts, just absolutely ripped through his inning.
Again, how fun is it to watch our guy Mason Miller pitch? I know that we're all going to lament Leonidas DeVries. That's going to be maybe a year or so away. Maybe later this season. I don't know. He's an incredible baseball player. Leo is. He's incredible. I mean, he's a stud. We all knew it. It hurt to let him go. Mason Miller being the salve for that burn, it works. It works. And
it hurts to watch him go, but it's not like he was leaving as a free agent for a huge contract that you kind of knew the end was coming.
Right.
Like it hurts more, but you know you're getting something good back.
Yeah, and to watch Mason Miller come in, it's just it's almost as close to a sure thing as you can get. Is Mason Miller in in a big leverage situation?
It's a fine. If it's even a consolation prize, then it's a fine consolation prize.
And again, we were texting with some friends last night, and they're like, no, this is the Padre I enjoy watching the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, it's hard to argue that. It really is, because he's so dominant. And when you're throwing 96-mile-an-hour changeups up there last night, it's just unfair. And yes, Leo is going to be great, and I hope he is. I have a lot of his rookie cards.
Yeah, we don't know how great he's going to be. There's levels of greatness, and if he's just sort of great, having 4 years of Mason Miller is a pretty good thing. Now, if he's a Hall of Famer, generational talent,
it's going to suck.
Probably shouldn't have traded him for a reliever, no matter how good he is. We'll find out. Most guys, even the best of prospects, hit some stumbling blocks in their career.
Jurickson Profar was the number one prospect.
True. Yeah. So, the book is still out on Leodalis DeVries. Does he look like he's on track to be a great player?
Yes,
of course,
he does. Yes, he does.
We don't know the final answer.
Anyway, let's get back to this.
So here's now where it stands going into the final day of pool play. In Pool B, Italy leads with a 3-0 record.
Okay.
United States is 3-1. Mexico is 2-1. So if Italy wins tonight, very simple. Italy wins the pool at 4-0. The U.S. finishes second and advances at 3-1. Mexico is eliminated at 2-2. Where things get interesting, of course, is if Mexico wins tonight. That would mean all three teams finish with a 3-1 record, and it would go to the tiebreakers. The first tiebreaker is runs allowed per out recorded.
Okay.
And they say that just because some games don't last the entire 9 innings because of the mercy rule. Some could go extra innings. Sometimes you win in 8 innings when you don't have to pitch the bottom of the ninth.
Yep.
So it's based on how many outs you record. Right now, the United States has given up 13 runs. It's just between those three teams. So they gave up 11 runs, 3 to Mexico and 8 to Italy. So in order to advance, if Mexico wins, they need Italy to give up at least 5 runs. So that means once Mexico scores 5 runs, that should send the United States into the quarterfinals. The only exception would be is if the game goes extra innings and then Mexico wins like 5-4 and 10. That would be different because it changes the ratio of the number of runs. Or if they score 6 but it goes 11 innings, changes the ratio. But if it's a 9-inning game and Mexico scores at least 5,
you're losing.
I don't know how to explain it any more simply.
I don't either. I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong at all. I'm not.
So
I think you're doing a great
What the United
job.
States does not want to see is a low-scoring Mexico win.
Okay, say it down. Say that down.
So like a 4-1 win, a 3-2 win, a 4-0 win, a 2-0 win, whatever. If Mexico scores 4 or less and wins, the United States is eliminated.
If Mexico scores 4 runs or less
and wins
the game, so a 4-1,
right? Mexico win.
Okay,
it's over for Team USA,
and Italy's still in,
and Italy would still be in.
So they could feasibly, I don't know feasibly, but they could absolutely text each other today, Francisco Cervelli and Benji Hill, and say, "Hey man, let's get these guys out of here."
They're the more dangerous team.
They're the more dangerous. We have a chance to eliminate the big bad American giant. Let's do it.
Now, would you put on a show and try to do it, or would you simply, hey, we're Italy, we're letting Mexico win 1-0. We're going to walk 4 batters in the first inning, and then everyone else is just going to swing at the first 3 pitches.
Is that Bush League, or is that so smart to do?
I don't know. This is a tournament in which this has never really been a situation. Is it unethical, or is it smart strategy? It's all in the eye of the beholder here.
That's true.
It does happen in soccer when you play pool play tournaments. They even have a name for it in Italian. It's called a biscotto. A biscuit.
That's a cookie.
It's a cookie, yes. And, two teams.
You can't just make up words and say that there are other words.
Two teams.
It's called spaghetti.
That's what they call it in Italian when the two teams conspire to eliminate a third
when you hit
team.
2 grand slams in one inning.
It's salami.
Lasagna.
It's not a good watch. I mean, it would be an unentertaining complete. I mean, no one would get their money's worth if that's what they did.
So how do both teams get in without any tomfoolery tonight?
Like, there's no way they could possibly agree to do anything like this without it being
collusion,
totally scandalous if it ever got out.
But I don't know that it's written in the rules that you can't do it. I mean, why would it be scandalous if they both say, hey, they could be upfront about it. They could say, we're going to orchestrate this game for a 1-0 win for Mexico because we think the smartest way to win this tournament is by eliminating Team USA now. We don't want to have to face him again in an elimination game, and the only way we can make sure we avoid that is to make sure Mexico wins a low-scoring game. So that's what we're going to do.
Then they should just publicly announce it right now and not waste everybody's time.
I call it 1-0.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think they will either.
If anything, I'd be like, hey, we're going to be throwing about 90% speed right down the middle, and let's just have a high scoring. Everyone tee off. Let's have batting.
That would help you the U.S. get it because the U.S. is eliminated if it's a low scoring game. So what would happen would be everyone would just be striking out on purpose and getting through the game as fast as possible. Just go, and ended up just have one guy like bunt and then run around the bases for a home run.
Mexico,
and then everyone else strikes out the rest of the game.
I don't think
teams then safely advance.
I don't think they'll sell it like that. I don't think you're going to see something.
It's baseball though. How would you sell it any other way? I mean, how could you orchestrate it any other way? You can't. If you're trying, you're swinging for to make contact. You get it over the wall. There's no way you can orchestrate it. Guaranteed that you both advance unless you do something like that.
Are you telling me I can't go up there and swing 3 times and miss 3 pitches? Because I promise you I can.
Is every player going to do that?
Maybe.
But then that's what I'm saying they would do. Everyone would go out and just miss intentionally to make sure that they don't score a bunch of runs.
As if Derek says Schilt ball. He would be the elite manager for this.
Yeah,
Paul, you're right. People would cry collusion. They would cry cheating, but I mean, there's no. It's an ethical gray area.
Somebody said in the chat, it's a bad look. Yes, 100%. It's a bad look.
If the main goal is to win the tournament, advance and win the tournament.
Yeah,
this would be the smartest strategy for both teams to do that.
To get the
guarantee that they both
go on.
Now Italy doesn't have to worry so much. If Italy wins, they go on. So they can play as hard as they want, and they know they go on if they win.
Right.
And, Mexico, they would be the top seed. They might get a better game in the quarterfinals, so that you might not get them to cooperate. But if you wanted to guarantee it, that would be the way to do it. 1-0 Mexico win, and just make sure that no one actually tries to score any runs the whole game.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. The sports books would probably have a major problem with that, I would guess.
My first like joking comparison or my joking thought was like, all right, this is kind of like you get to the finals of your fantasy football league and you reach out to your opponent and just go,
split it.
You want to just split it? No matter what, we agree. We're going to split the pot.
I've done the split, and I've gone the other way and won, and I've gone the other way and lost. I went the other way and lost last year in my fantasy baseball. I finished second. And it's
a final table at Texas Hold'em where they just agree to chop it up.
In that scenario, though, it doesn't really impact anybody else in the league. Like third place isn't really affected either way by whatever decision first and second, whatever decision you guys make, splitting that pot.
Right.
Doesn't really affect
anybody.
Their decision today absolutely affects a whole nother team.
Yeah, it does. It does.
They can't just.
So if they go out tonight and Mexico wins a big one by more than 4 runs.
So if they win, if they win 6-1 or 5-4,
USA's
or
in
7-3.
It's not differential.
USA's
it's just how many they score.
It's not the differential. It's just the number of runs scored by Mexico.
That's crazy.
It's the only thing that's really
crazy.
Important.
And again, like. We were just talking about the Little League rules now. But imagine managing this game tonight.
If Mexico only scored 1, but Italy won, that would also send U.S. on. So, there's a lot of different ways that they move on.
The United States really should be thanking Pete Crow Armstrong for scoring
as
many runs as he did.
6 runs at the end of the game still were important because those were added onto Italy's total.
Right.
in terms of runs against. So that was important at the end of the game. Let's check traffic. There were a couple of other WBC games as well. We can go through the rest of it in the last couple minutes of the hour next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Kent Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Center for the Arts Escondido Foundation. Starting to heat up on the roads a bit, guys. Got a collision on northbound 805 at the 54. It's over the right shoulder. Also an accident on northbound 15 right at the northbound 805. A couple vehicles involved. They appear to be in the center divide. And getting conflicting information whether this is westbound King Freeway before College or eastbound King Freeway before Euclid, but CHP is telling me that there's a mattress in the right lane on both those freeways. May need to get back to you on that. They're back one night only. Highland Way brings their lively sounds of Sky Irish music, humor, and high-energy fun for you to soak in this St. Patrick's Day exclusively at the California Center for the Arts Escondido. Rapid-fire fiddling, guitar, percussion, and more. Get your tickets now at artscenter.org. Wear your luck of the Irish for Highland Way at the California Center for the Arts Escondido. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben & Woods. Elsewhere in WBC action, we have another big game today because Canada upset Puerto Rico 3-2 yesterday. Former Padres farmhand Owen Casey. A couple of doubles. He was part of the Yu Darvish trade to the Cubs long ago. And because of that win, it sets up a winner-take-all showdown at noon today between Cuba and Canada. The winner moves on into the quarterfinals. So that's a pretty exciting game. There also is a pool winner game, the Dominican Republic against Venezuela. But both teams are advancing.
Yep.
So they're just trying to determine which is the #1 team and which is the #2 team. Israel beat Netherlands yesterday 6-2. Netherlands eliminated with a 1-3 record. Xander Bogaerts did get 2 more hits. Hit .333 for the World Baseball Classic.
I'll take it.
He is presumably on his way back to Peoria to rejoin his Padres teammates for the rest of spring training now.
You know, that is the unintended consequence of if the U.S. does get eliminated. Get some guys back in camp and ready to go for the season.
Really just Mason Miller is
and
the
Alec
only
Jacob.
No, they would go on.
He's going,
Italy would continue on, and Ron
Italy.
Marinaccio would,
is that it? Just
would go on to the quarterfinals. Mason Miller's the only Team USA player, I believe.
Manny, Toddy.
They're going on.
They're going on.
They're going on for sure.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
all right, so Xander back, maybe Mason Miller
maybe
back.
Mason Miller or maybe Alec Jacob and Ron Marinaccio back if Italy somehow gets eliminated tonight, which is unlikely but possible.
Crazy.
All right, we will come back. We will update you on the Ben IT results from yesterday and the Padres results from the Cactus League yesterday. Walker Buehler's performance coming up next on The Fan. Still trying to explain the tiebreaker. It's fine.
It hasn't gone well.
Just cheer for Italy to win. That's the easiest thing.
Okay.
And then if Mexico wins, you can start worrying about the tiebreakers, but you want them to score as many runs as possible if it comes down to it tomorrow. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods, live on 97.3 The Fan.
I wonder if Francisco Cervelli and his players sat in the clubhouse pounding booze and telling stories all night. I bet they didn't, because they know that their ticket has not been punched yet and they still have another game to win.
I mean, they're pounding espressos in the dugout. That can make you
Absolutely.
jittery as well. I don't know that that's great for performance either, but it's working for them.
Working for them. Yeah, I agree. A couple of espressos before game would be the worst thing I could do.
Paulie did have an update during the break. So they have switched the TV for tonight since they know a lot of people will want to watch that Italy-Mexico game.
Yeah.
It has been moved over to FS1. And then I think that presumably means the Dominican-Venezuela game switches to Tubi instead.
Yeah.
So they wanted to get it on cable TV with more eyeballs tonight, given the implications for Team USA.
Thanks for helping we boomers out. Very, very much appreciate it. What time's the game? 4?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Venezuela and DR are going to be at 5 now on Tubi, I
On Tubi.
believe.
Okay.
And then 4 p.m. Italy and Mexico.
My wife hit me with as I was walking out the door. She goes, "Hey, you're on your own tonight." And I said, "Excuse me?" She said, "You're on your own tonight. We're going to go, me and the kid, we have our bunnies that we've been watching. They're going to go to the farm, which my mother-in-law, so that she's going to take the bunnies over." She's like, "Then we're all going to dinner." I wasn't invited. It's fine. She said, "You're on your own tonight. So you can do it with anything you want." So I'll actually get to sit on my own and watch. This is like the most peace and quiet I've had in months. And I've gotten it like twice in 1 week. So I'll be locked in.
Enjoy.
I can't wait.
I will point out, because someone said Italians aren't rattled by espressos. I believe I saw every single player on the Italian team could also play for the American team. They're all Americans on the Italian team.
That's how this works.
They just weren't good enough to make the U.S. team. It's like losing to your
typical.
It's like losing to your.
arrogant.
It's like losing to your JV team.
Wow.
If you're Team USA.
Wow. Tell Vinny Pasquantino and Jack Caglione and Ron Marinaccio. Hey,
Tell it to
sorry,
Alec
man.
Jacob. Tell it to his face.
Yeah, say it to his face. Wow. Typical American arrogance. Man, this is why I don't like us. Because of, man.
But they're also Americans too.
Woo. Man,
I think Vinny Pasquantino could have played for any team.
100%.
Well, why,
They would
I
have been
mean,
happy to have him, Paul.
Why wouldn't they have put him on?
Maybe
Team
he
USA
wanted to
then?
play for Italy.
He
Did you ask
probably
him?
wanted to play for Italy.
Jesus.
Because he's of Italian descent. He wanted to play for his culture, his what's the word I'm looking for? He
His
wanted to play for
heritage?
his heritage. What team would you play for? You could play for Team Mexico. You have,
could.
Yep.
I don't think so. I don't think I have enough Mexican heritage to play for anyone. I think I'd have to play for Team USA.
Ben Franco.
Yeah.
I could play for Great Britain, I believe, which I'd rather play for Team USA, but they probably wouldn't want me. I'd be playing for Great Britain. Paulie? Italian.
I would play for Team Italy.
Yeah.
I had family members that were alive when I was alive that immigrated here from Italy.
Yeah.
So
What about Ben Franco? Aren't you like a quarter?
I'm like a 8th or 16th, somewhere between
I
there.
think that gets you in.
Is that
I
really
think
all
that
it
gets
takes?
you. I think that gets you in.
Didn't know that.
Austin Wells plays for the Dominican Republic. Austin Wells plays for the Dominican Republic. So
that last name though doesn't necessarily mean
understand.
anything.
I understand. But your alter ego, Ben Franco, I mean, you can play for Team Mexico.
His mother could be
Manny
Mary Pujols.
Manny was born in Florida and is the captain of the Dominican Republic. He wants to play for his heritage, and I like that. And I believe his heritage is Cuban.
Well, you go back far enough. None of our heritages are really American, I guess, unless you're Native American.
Right, fair.
So they're somewhere back.
Austin
in
Wells'
the
mom
line.
from the DR,
There.
but he's American.
half,
So a quick
half Dominican.
just the Google results say that a player can represent in the World Baseball Classic if they are a citizen or legal resident of that country. They were born in that country.
Yep.
A parent was born in that country.
Or if you know
is a
someone,
citizen,
if you know someone from that country, you
Yeah.
can get in.
or if they previously appeared on that nation's WBC roster, then they're grandfathered in.
Lambo Carl says, "Wait, hold on. Regular Paul is also an Italian Paul." Yes,
That's the whole
that's
bit.
That's the whole. But he's Frank Marchese
Right. I have a German name, like my dad's family.
Reindl.
It's a German descent name, but like my Nana, who's in her 80s, her parents came over from Italy in like the early 1900s.
Right.
And I knew both of them. You know, and he's
Right.
like, I've always been very much Italian. Every family holiday was Italian food.
Yeah.
So I'm fine rooting for Italy.
If I had Italian food at every holiday, though, I would not be Italian.
You'd just be fat.
I would just be fat. Fatter is what I would be. Purple says, I just assume any Paul except for my father is Italian. Fair. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
Paolo.
All right, let's quickly go back to Arizona and spring training, where the Padres beat the Angels 10-2 yesterday in Tempe. Walker Buehler was the story of the game, making his second spring training start for the Padres. Went 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Wasn't dominant. Walked 1, struck out 2, but was mostly effective during the outing, which saw him use only 6 four-seam fastballs. The guy who was a dominant fastball pitcher in his heyday is trying to reinvent himself as a junk baller, essentially, who can't throw more than 92, 93 miles an hour. And, you know, the results have been very encouraging. 16 sweepers, 6 changeups, 4-seamers. He's going for more movement. He's going for more deception. And he knows he can't blow guys away anymore. Can Walker Buehler turn himself into a different pitcher in the second half of his career, and one that could be a useful piece to the rotation puzzle for the San Diego Padres?
I don't know the answer to that question. If I did, I would not be here with you. That being said, I don't think Mrs. Bueller is going to like his post-game comment very much when they were talking about how he had to. You have to learn a different way to pitch. Remember, Trevor Hoffman has always told the story. Fireballer, threw hard, playing football on a beach, separates his shoulder or something, injures himself, and is like, oh, God, I have to learn to not throw hard and still be an effective pitcher. So he learned his changeup. The rest is history. He's in the Hall of Fame. Walker Buehler doesn't throw 98 to 100 miles an hour anymore. He's not going to. And he realizes it's never going to happen. So he says after the game, it's kind of like the ex-girlfriend that you fell in love with and always will want her back. I want to throw 100. I want it to jump. I want to kind of stand and throw. Reality is probably won't happen. We've just got to be really good on the execution and keep working through. I can go play long toss until my heart's content. I don't think I'm going to sit 98 to 100 anymore. But the quality of it, to kind of go with the other things I can do, I think it's something that's achievable and attainable. He has having to reinvent himself on the fly to be an effective pitcher. And, the outing yesterday, again, spring training outing, effective, no big deal. I tend to lean with you, Benny, and think that he's probably going to be the 5th starter of this team.
I mean, it's very hard to do, but people do reinvent themselves. You see quarterbacks who are, scrambling, running quarterbacks who can reinvent themselves as pocket passers later in their career with the right wisdom, the right coaching, the right age. And maybe Walker Buehler can do this. He's got a pretty good sweeper. I mean, he used it a lot even before when he's threw hard, he still threw that sweeper.
Yep.
Because he's pain-free, he says, I can now get back to the arm slot that, was effective for me before. And, we're going to use that pitch a lot more than we used to and try to make it effective. He is trending toward making this team. Another guy who needs, I think, to be on the team. Pitched another shutout inning yesterday. Now has a 0.00 ERA, a 0.5 whip in 6 shutout innings this spring. Is Bradley Rodriguez.
He's fantastic. They're gonna.
How can you send him back to the minors?
Because he has options.
His options, but to me,
I think it would be a mistake.
He's too good not to be in the big leagues at this point.
I couldn't agree more, Benny. And the thing is, I say that they will probably send him down because he has options. But then I remember also who we're talking about, AJ Preller. For faults, for positives, whatever. One thing he has done is he hasn't manipulated guys. He really hasn't. Yeah. Like, he's been a guy that's like, if I think you can help this team win, you're going to be here. And he's done it countless times. So that's one thing I think about with Bradley. And yeah, I feel like he may be too valuable, Ben, to be down in AAA.
There is certainly some roster concerns, the 40-man, the 26-man, when we get a little closer. We can talk about that later in the program, but There are 3 guys right now. Well, I'll just tell you right now. Yesterday, the Padres outrighted Dyson Acosta, cleared waivers. They now have 1 open spot on their 40-man roster.
Okay.
But Walker Buehler, Ty France, Logan Gillespie, and Marco Gonzalez, all 4 of them, none of them are on the 40-man roster. So if you want to add any of those guys to the team, you have to give them a 40-man roster spot. And I would almost guarantee you at least 1, if not 2 of those guys are going to make the team. So you're probably going to need to clear another 40-man spot.
Say them again.
Walker Buehler, Ty France, Logan Gillespie, Marco Gonzalez.
I think there's 3 of 4 that I think have to make this baseball club.
So there's more either trades or waiver moves that still need to be made before the end of spring training just to get those guys onto the 40-man as part of the team.
Concern level with Joe Musgrove. Fill everybody in on what happened yesterday, what he said.
He said kind of the expected recovery from surgery that, he started pitching harder, in game situations, get the adrenaline going, and his arm feels tired. It needs a little bit of a break here in spring training.
Yeah, he said, I feel like I had surgery, which he did. So, I'm concerned. I'm concerned. But I love Joe, trust Joe. Not concerned about Joe per se, just more of like, man, this would be tough if he's not ready, in
The reality is we don't know what we're going to get from Joe Musgrove. There's been a lot of different, variations. Some guys come back and they're better than before after Tommy John surgery pretty quickly. Other guys are better than before, but it takes them a few months of pitching before they get to that level. Some guys are about the same as they were before. Some guys are not as good as they were before. You won't know until he's out there. But this part, the fatigue part in getting ramped back up, that is supposedly extremely common.
Sure.
And something the Padres are even expecting at some point, and maybe are glad is happening now in spring training rather than in the middle of April after he's already made 2 starts. So from that perspective, I'm not going to panic about Joe taking a few days off. They expect him to start throwing again, hopefully Sunday or Monday, and maybe even make another spring start or 2, and then he'd be ready to go for the start of the season. But of course, you can't 100% count on that, which is why it's nice to have a Walker Buehler, a German Marquez, and some of the other options that the Padres have now at spring training.
But it's the cumulative effect because Nick Pivetta, too, he missed his scheduled start. He's got arm fatigue. I guess, we know that this is very common. But, it's not the headlines you want to be reading. You want to be reading guys are feeling great, ready to go. Wish the season started tomorrow.
Pivetta was back on a mound
He's
the
back.
next day.
He I think yesterday threw a pen.
Threw a quick up down, I think they said, or just and he'll throw a real pen on Thursday, and then he'll be back spring training next start on Sunday, I think they said. So.
Okay. So but if those guys aren't ready and cranking and ready to go, that's tough sledding at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but you also have some off days, and you probably want to see some of these guys that you have brought into camp. And now maybe you have an opportunity to give them some starts early in the year.
Yeah.
Before, you give Walker Buehler a couple of starts.
Sure. See what he's got.
And see what he's got. It may be something you wanted to do anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
And this now gives you the perfect excuse to just get it done and not push Joe Musgrove faster than he needs to be pushed.
No panic from Benny Higgins.
No,
steady,
not really.
Steady hand.
Not really.
Right.
Always vigilant and watching what's going on, but definitely not rising to the level of panic or even
concern.
Significant concern.
Got it.
Paulie, do we have time to get through the results here of the Ben IT first round?
Yeah, we could go.
All right, let's get the winners out. Yesterday, we gave you the 8 first-round matchups, and Paulie says there were a couple of upsets. So if you can guide us through this, Paulie, I don't have it in front of me.
Yes, our first matchup was number 1 seed. Oh,
Panties.
There was your number 1 seed.
Better of one.
And that was going up against
Supremely Stupid.
4 seed, Supremely Stupid, and an overwhelming majority of you voted for Panties. Number 1.
Yeah.
Play it
again. Panties.
Yeah. Could hear it. I can listen to it all day.
It's not just the echo. I'm also sick. You can hear the panties.
Yes, you're ill. That's right.
Well.
That's right. Yes, you are sick. Believe you me.
More way than one.
We know.
We had
More
a-
ways than one.
We had a 2-3 matchup. The 2 seed
I don't have a sister.
was going up against
Brilliant.
the 3 seed.
Bangs, anal Satan.
And this one wasn't close either.
Landslide.
I don't have a sister.
Landslide.
Yeah.
It's
But
got it.
now those two
Oh,
will
no.
face each
Featuring the
other
endorsement of my sister
It'll be-
yesterday. I don't have a sister.
versus
Panties.
Okay.
All right, so one of those goes on. It'll be up to you, tier ones. All right. Second pool of 4. This is just like the WBC.
yeah, we will start with the number 1 seed in this region was,
Loose cannabis.
Fantastic.
and it's going up against the 4 seed,
I had an opportunity to do a 2-for-1.
Also great.
and about 3-1 in favor of loose cannabis.
Yeah, the strong 1 seed moves on.
Yep.
Loose cannabis.
We had our 2-3 matchup. We had
Cool jerk.
taking on,
Gobbler's knob.
This is a tough
Oh,
one.
this is so brutal.
and this one was pretty clear favorite. Everyone voted for.
Gobbler's knob.
Yes,
Okay.
I love Gobbler's Knob.
So we've got loose cannabis
V.
Gobbler's knob
Yeah.
Correct.
for the pool championship.
Okay.
And then on the other side, we have our number 1 seed that we've already talked about today.
Adolf Hitler.
Oh,
Sorry, Adam, for the emails that are coming your way. That's going up against the number 4 seed.
Call the cops.
And that one was in favor of the number 1 seed.
Adolf Hitler.
Apparently
67%
didn't
of you.
offend too many of you
no,
out there.
no, exactly. Many of you understand context.
This one a little bit closer. We had a 2-3 matchup. We will start with the 2 seed,
He's the guy that I pegged.
Whoa.
and that is going up against the 3 seed.
Marvelous Muncher.
Oh, so tough.
And at about 60% of the votes, the tier 1s have chosen.
He's the guy that I pegged. By the way, that was
move on.
Walker Bueller, was the guy that I pegged as the 5th starter for the Padres.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed
All right,
it
so far
was.
chalk. We got a lot of chalk so far, Paulie.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. 'Cause
Okay.
Now we get to our upsets. We have one of my favorite drops, like of all time. Ben,
Tommy Lasorda was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends.
and he was going up. That drop was going up against.
Beep, beep, and beep, beep. Yeah.
There's no way that beep won.
I don't know if
I'll-
it was interpreted as Dodger loving to vote for the Tommy Lasorda drop, but the winner with 53.5% is
Beep, beep, and beep, beep. Yeah.
the 4 seed is moving on.
pathetic.
You do have your couple of wild card entries if
Yeah,
you want to
that's true.
overrule.
I may
just to
overrule
add
some
at-large
into the-
bids.
Yeah, into the tournament of drops, but no automatic bid for Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah,
Was a
that-
great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends.
That was the closest vote that we had in the first 8 matchups. And then finally we had let's see here. We had
Beaver Stadium.
that was going up against, and with 55% of the vote, the listeners have selected
Beaver Stadium.
Yes.
to move
Okay.
on.
Thank God.
So
Okay.
it'll be Beaver Stadium versus Beep Beep Yeah.
How did that
It's an
one get in?
unusual matchup.
It is
at
a
the bottom.
very unusual matchup.
All
Well,
right,
thank
so
you for
Paulie,
voting.
beep beep,
You're gonna
yeah. Send out all the links again on our social channels and our YouTube stream, and you'll have another 24-ish hours to vote. And then the 4 winners today move automatically into the tournament
Yeah,
of drops
they're in the
field,
tournament.
which will be revealed later this month. We will reserve a couple of wild card entrants at large bids, possibly to fill out the field as well. But it'll depend on how many slots we've got open once we go through the rest of the drops and where they get seated in. But this will automatically get the winners in if you vote for them today and they win their matchups.
Paulie put the link in the YouTube chat. We'll put it on our social media as well. Go make sure you go vote. I've already voted. That's how quick it is.
That fast.
Just that fast. I already voted.
All right, we will take a timeout. When we come back, don't do this on a Wednesday. I think Mark DeRosa is already qualified.
I think
We've
he's covered.
talked a ton about
Yeah.
that. We had a lot of other stuff going on. It's a wild day in the sports world. So we'll get you updated next after a quick timeout and a check of traffic with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Speaking of Mark DeRosa, when you sit down at a California-style blackjack table, you should know the rules already. Well, I've got 23, so I've already won. I'm good to go. No, you got to know the rules.
Oh, I got a 20. I'm supposed to get 21. I'll hit. No. You got to have a
If
general
you sit down at
idea.
a Texas Hold'em table, it's like, ooh, I've got 2 3s. That's probably better than those 2 J's
I'm
you've
all
got over
in.
there. Numbers are better than letters, right? Know the rules before you sit down.
And
you
if
know
you
what?
don't know, they'll help you.
They absolutely will, because they've got friendly dealers, great staff that wants to take care of you. Yes, you can be a first-timer, or you can be a high-limit player who loves their card action. They'll take good care of you at 7 Mile Casino. That's why it's a great card room for everybody.
Well, it's also all about the amenities at 7 Mile Casino. Great food, smoke-free environment, comfortable chairs, everything that you're looking for. Killer bar area, killer patio area as well. And, of course, the proximity to downtown. It's just 7 miles from downtown.
We've timed that.
Timed it.
It's very easy to get to.
Very
It's
easy.
right there. 7 Mile
Whoa,
7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Oh my God.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
you are doing yourself no favors as it pertains to the theory that Paulie and I have that you are an actual robot from another planet whose software glitches out, from time to time.
Don't worry. I rebooted during the break and upgraded to a new operating system.
Let me blow on you to get you right. And of course, the proximity to downtown. It's just 7 miles from downtown.
We timed it.
It's
very easy to get to.
Very easy.
It's right there. 7 miles.
Whoa,
7 miles. Just 7 minutes from downtown.
Oh my God.
I was buffering.
It's buffering. Yes, it's just the wheel of death spinning and spinning and spinning.
Oh, I thought about it. We did ask a lot of you in that 6:30 segment.
Yes.
You had to bensplain for about 30 straight minutes,
Yes.
all of the different tiebreaker scenarios. It's like we used up all of our month's data
Yes. Yeah.
just this morning, and Ben just shorted out.
It's just incredible. But it was like Elmer Fudd-esque. One more time. Just the stutter.
Oh, the stutter part?
Yeah.
To get to.
Very
It's
easy.
right there. 7 miles. 7 miles.
Whoa,
7 mile casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
That's right. What was that little thing you were doing with your tongue?
We already have an entrant in next year's Ben IT.
Yes, we do. Could this be a play-in entrance?
Oh, late ad here.
Yeah. Yeah, he just ran out of steam. Just ran out of gas. It happens.
It's a long segment.
The tongue. Look,
we're a little behind.
You are. Yeah. I'm feeling fairly confident about this.
All right, Don't Do This is brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and enjoy it. Let's start with the football DDT. And I don't know who to blame here, but when you announce a major trade and then back out of it a day later, you're certainly going to cause some problems. And that's what happened yesterday when the Baltimore Ravens said, yeah, that big Max Crosby trade, 2 first-round draft picks to the Raiders, it's not happening. Again, apparently the medicals did not meet with the approval of the Baltimore Ravens, which is weird because they knew he had surgery. He was recovering from the surgery. This is not unknown to people.
He got off crutches last week.
And so we're it's certainly, if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you shouldn't have to take a player that you feel uncertain about. You're giving up 2 first-round draft picks.
You didn't have to take him. You didn't have to trade for him.
But at this point, pulling the rug out from under the trade has a ripple effect because the Las Vegas Raiders spent a lot of that cap space in free agency that they cleared by trading Max Crosby.
Yes.
And now they got to kind of refigure their free agency strategy.
They went ham yesterday in free agency, spending all this money they thought they had.
They could still trade Max Crosby, but now other teams are going to go, well, what did Baltimore see? What are we missing? And they're probably not going to offer as much. And the Ravens
that's bad.
Have already pivoted this morning and signed another pass rusher. They only had 30 sacks last year. So Trey Hendrickson has been signed to a giant free agent deal, former Cincinnati Bengal, right? So he's joining the Ravens instead of Max Crosby. Lots of goings on in the NFL and not sure exactly the cause of any of it.
Yeah. All I saw yesterday was just a Raiders Instagram post, and it said, the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement for Max Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time. Very, very spicy NFL
so the Raiders
story.
stomped their feet and said, we're never trading with the Baltimore Ravens again. But that lasts
Raiders going to Raider, man.
That lasts until the Ravens have a player that you feel like you want. And then, okay, well, we'll trade with you again.
We've talked about the Mark DeRosa situation, but I think it's fair to point the finger at Major League Baseball too. They pulled down that video of Mark DeRosa talking about how they had punched their ticket. It was up on their website. They had pulled it down, Benny. Luckily, as one of the guys on Foul Territory said, this isn't 1990. Like right. You can't delete stuff anymore. Like it's going to live forever.
Ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our ticket's punched to the quarterfinals.
It's not. It's not punched to the quarterfinals. Still not punched, Mark, and that was before the game. and Major League Baseball, in a panic, pulled it down from their site, which
As
I
if
think
the
is
clip that was going around on every
it's gonna
social media
disappear.
app. Yeah. It's not how it works.
It's not how it works at all.
Yeah, the act of taking it down
It's
actually
worse. Makes it worse.
puts a bigger spotlight
You
on the
just leave it. You leave it. You wear it. DeRosa wears it. Bummer is,
Like,
man.
all you have to do is go on X, Instagram, TikTok,
everywhere.
whatever, and just search Mark DeRosa.
Yeah, it's
the
everywhere.
comments will be right there.
Yeah, it's there. And-
Deleting it off your YouTube channel is doing almost nothing.
You know, tonight was the night after the loss. They should have gone out and gotten hammered tonight. That would have been the time to do it, not the night before a game that you really had to win. Now they're going to have to sit and watch and cross their fingers and wait to see the results of this game.
I mean, no one wants to look stupid.
Nobody.
So I'm assuming that was Mark DeRosa's first instinct, backing away from those comments, but not really protecting his job. His job's over in a week, no matter what. Might be over today if they're eliminated.
I did think, does this hurt his credibility, all of this?
I don't.
Does
know.
anybody's credibility
Mark DeRosa?
does anybody's credibility ever get hurt anymore at all, ever? I don't think so. I think in this day and age, not too much you can do to hurt your credibility. Like, he's still going to be on MLB Network. He's still going to be talking baseball.
Brian Kenny's on MLB. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He still knows baseball. But yeah, this maybe wasn't the right role. And listen, this could all go away, and they could go out and win the tournament if they get in.
I'm shocked. I don't know how many staffers Team USA has.
Somebody didn't let him know.
I'm shocked that someone
didn't confer.
Just got to make sure that we're not automatically in.
After
right?
that game, that should have been the first conversation before we start cracking these open and getting
What
tequila
needs
shots
to
in.
happen?
What do we got? What needs to happen to move forward? Oh, we're in. Great. Let's party. Or guys, we're not in. So go home, get a good night's rest, whatever. Come out tomorrow. I'm not going to get guys off their feet. I'm going to put my best lineup out there. But yeah, pretty nuts.
Finally, a little do this on a Wednesday.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Great moment. It was about 24 hours ago as they were wrapping up the WBC in Tokyo. One final game, one final outing for Czechia pitcher and electrician Andre Satoria. That's obviously not a huge baseball playing country, but he's been part of his team's WBC rosters in the past. He had announced before the tournament this was going to be it. And in his final game, not only does he go up against the three-time winners of Japan, he pitched great. What did he have?
Like 4 2/3
shutout innings.
Struck out Ohtani.
Struck out Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And partly because Japan had already clinched their spot in the next round, the fans in Japan saluted him with a standing ovation
Pretty
as he
cool.
came off the mound.
How about this moment? How about this moment for this country and for that gentleman?
And the ovation for Andre Satoria. The bow from his manager, Pavel Hadin. Build the statue in Ostrava for Andre Satoria, a Czech baseball legend.
Although he says nobody knows me in Czechia. I'm just a regular dude.
He's
from
an electrician.
Ostrava.
I love it.
Here they respect me. I get to sign baseballs. I go home. I'm a nobody again.
That's incredible.
No one knows who I am. But here I'm a legend. His fastball tops out at about 81.
I could use him on Sundays, man. It'd be great. Update to a don't do this story that we literally just did. JJ Cooper just tweets the video is back up. Very likely this was a lower level decision at midnight to take it down. When everyone came in this morning, the video was put back up. But in doing that, it created much more attention to it being down.
The low level PR people, the advanced ones came in and said, you just made it worse, right?
Hey, man, just little PR 101. You just made this 10 times worse. Should have just left it up. We just wear it. We get through, and we may get in anyway.
And that is don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we need to talk more about the Padres pitching competition. We went through it a little bit earlier with the situation involving Joe Musgrove. How does that change? Greg Stammen, AJ Preller's decisions coming up. We will discuss that. And don't forget, Eno Sarris, 1 hour from now, will be joining us for his first conversation of the 2026 season. All ahead with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Mike McAuliffe on Twitter says, forgive me, but I find what Mark DeRosa did to be quintessentially American. Illiteracy and assuming we have everything figured out is kind of our thing. Thank you for the touching tribute to our nation, Coach. And I thought about it, and I went, hey, all right, yep, you got it. You nailed it. You're right. Right again.
Can't really argue it.
Can't really argue.
We're not all that way.
You're worse than most. Are you kidding? Who are you talking to?
What do you mean?
You're very literate.
I like to have my T's crossed and my I's dotted.
That's true.
Details matter. Details
do.
absolutely matter.
Absolutely matter. Having your ducks in a row and all of that is very, very important.
It's one of the reasons why I've been trying so hard to learn more about soccer. We got a big game tonight.
Huge.
Snapdragon Stadium.
Start by calling it a match.
Right.
There you
Big
go.
match tonight.
Got a match.
At Snapdragon Stadium. It's late, 8:30. The second round of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. SDFC going to be hosting Deportivo Toluca. They are the two-time defending Liga MX champions, the Mexican League champions. They won the first half of the season. They're currently in second place in the second half. They're very, very good from everything that I understand.
I can't wait to watch them, man.
Are significant favorites over SDFC. Everyone who does like the predictions, I was looking and they're all like, I mean, what a great story. SDFC getting through the first round. They've been amazing, but it comes to an end in the second round here against Toluca.
Well, it's crazy too, because you got some of our American players are over playing in the WBC right now, and you're like, yeah, I'm rooting for you hard. If you end up coming back to spring training, getting ready for the season, I'm not going to be super mad at you. And the same thing, you're playing a tournament in the middle of your MLS season in which you are rolling, by the way. You still haven't given up a goal yet. Boy, you'd hate for confidence to get shattered, a guy to get injured, whatever it may be, against Toluca. But, you also want to see your team put its best foot forward. If you're going to do it all the way, right? And so I'm excited to see Toluca. I've never watched them play, but from all accounts, it's like, bro, strap in. These guys are unbelievable. So I'm going to do my very best to stay up and watch that game, mostly because I want to watch Toluca play. I want to see what they're all about.
From everything that I can sort of glean, if SDFC keeps it close, if they can pull out a draw,
that's a huge win.
Good result against Toluca, something they should be proud of. However, they'll still have to go next week and play
at altitude
at Toluca, which is even higher than Mexico City. It's like another 1,000 feet above the already 7,000. I think it's like 8,300 feet in the air. This is higher than going to play in like Laramie for San Diego State in the Mountain West, and they are running the entire time. We saw what happened in the first round when they played Pumas. They looked really good. I mean, they dominated at Snapdragon Stadium, and then they were looking really solid. And in the last 20 minutes, you could see them starting to absolutely wear down in the thin air of Mexico City. This is going to be even worse. That's next Wednesday. So I don't know. How many do you have to win by today to even feel like you've got a chance going in next week? I just don't know the answer to that question. So I'm just kind of hoping that at least today, they put together a good, respectable effort.
Sure.
Maybe they can come out with a 1-goal win, which would be awesome. And then,
so cool.
Then you just try to hang on for dear life next week and get a tie somehow. But seems like that's unlikely, that most people expect Toluca to advance in the tournament. But that doesn't mean that SDFC is not still off to a hot start, having an incredible season. So we'll just kind of wait and see, and we'll learn a little bit more about our soccer team.
Mom J in the chat says tournaments are complementary in soccer. You can't really look at it as separate the way we do with baseball and football. Absolute. Fair enough. As we learn, more about how this all works. But, again, I'm always interested to see what Mike Uvaris has up his sleeve, what it looks like tonight, who's in goal, all of those things. And 8:30 is a little bit late of a start time, but hey, remember, we got that extra hour of daylight now. Everything's good. Everything's fine. We're cruising.
It'll be so late, it'll still be dark completely by the time
it's great.
The match starts tonight.
It's great.
So it's pretty exciting to see where they stand. And, if they do, I guess if you do win this tournament, like all the way through, you advance on to the Club World Cup, which is the best teams in all the planet, which would be very cool someday to see San Diego FC competing on that level.
Sure. Starts tonight.
Continues tonight. All right, let's check traffic, and then when we come back, more Padres talk as they continue to hash out what they're going to do with the starting rotation to start the season. Live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Creative Repipe. Big problems out of Santee this morning. Westbound 52 before the summit got a rollover crash blocking the 2 right lanes. So leave extra time for travel. Maybe consider taking Mission Gorge Road to get out of Santee. Although keep in mind, you will probably have lots of company with like-minded people. We also got a crash on northbound 67 right past Vigilante. It's got that right lane blocked. And in the North County, dealing with a collision on westbound 78 near Nordahl Road. That is in the center divide. A couple vehicles involved. Before that drip becomes a flood, call Creative Repipe for whole house repipes. Financing available, and 97.3 The Fan listeners get a 20% discount plus a lifetime warranty. Call 619-399-2880 or visit creativerepipe.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
You said something interesting last hour about maybe the Padres need to go and kick the tires on Lucas Giolito, see what he's doing. He hasn't been signed yet. I don't know that I agree that the Padres need more options, even if Joe Musgrove is down for a little while. And we'll see if that, really impacts his start of the season. He's currently taking a little break from pitching in Peoria. Nick Pivetta also missed a start, but is through yesterday and should be right back on track. I think the Padres really want to see what they already have first. And this actually could be the opportunity they're looking for, because, how do you get Walker Buehler and German Marquez into the rotation if everybody else is healthy? We know if they're good to go, Michael King, Joe Musgrove, Nick Pivetta, and Randy Vasquez are 1, 2, 3, and 4 in some order.
Correct. But if you subtract 2 of those right there, then you have Michael King, Randy Vasquez, Walker Buehler, German Marquez, and
JP Sears,
Marco Gonzalez. That's different.
Again, even if you did,
how about this?
How concerned are you about?
Well, if Joe Musgrove and Nick Pivetta are out for long chunks of the season,
what are we
doesn't
talking
matter.
about?
Padres have almost no hope. They can't replace both of those guys. It would be incredibly hard to replace one of them.
Pivetta? I'm more concerned about Musgrove just coming off the injury.
I'm concerned about Nick Pivetta. Of course, he had such a monster year last year. What's the first thing a baseball fan thinks? Regression.
Yeah.
Our guest at 8:30. Let's put it this way: our guest at 8:30, Eno Sarris, is coming on. Right? I'm going to ask him about regression and if he expects regression from Nick Pivetta. My gut tells me the way that he analyzed my fantasy team that had Nick Pivetta on it tells me, yeah, bro, you don't need to keep Nick Pivetta this year. I would let him go. Right? So that's a concern as well. And listen, he's a competitor. We know that. He has unlocked some things here. I hope that it continues, Ben. But I think the natural thought process of any baseball fan is like, man, after a monster year that was a bit of an outlier for him in his career, if he comes back down to earth, who's going to be really surprised?
Very few pitchers I've noticed take big steps back under Ruben Niebla.
That's true. That's true.
That's
fair.
There's a few, like Dylan Cease was.
Oh, I'm sure that's his
you felt like he had more and didn't get all of it, but
he got enough to go get a $30 million a year contract.
For the most part,
but
a pitcher comes to the Padres, works with Ruben, they get better and better.
Yep.
That's what we've seen. So why are we thinking that Nick Pivetta all of a sudden is going to forget how to pitch this year?
Okay, first of all, you're minimizing what I said. I didn't think he's going to forget how to pitch. Is it possible to turn in an even better year than he had last year? My God, I hope so. And if he does, we have a legitimate shot at being a playoff contender for sure. If he does what he does, Michael King is back. Yes, those two guys, if you have a 2-game series or 3-game series in wherever, and it's King and it's Pivetta and it's Randy Vasquez or whoever you picked up by that time, I like our chances. I'm good with it as long as we hit, right? But I mean, if you're taking, if Pivetta takes a step back and Joe Musgrove is going to be banged up, yeah, man, it changes the equation a lot.
I loved what Nick Pivetta told us when we were at spring training a couple of weeks ago. He finished 6th in the Cy Young voting. And he said to us, you know what that means to me? I've got to get better than five other
guys.
pitchers.
Yeah.
I've got to get better than 5 other guys.
Yep.
So his mentality is certainly not, hey, I hope I can keep most of what I've done last year.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose too much. No, he's like, I have room to grow.
Yeah, I got 5 guys in front of me.
There are 5 guys in front of him. Paul Skeens, Christopher Sanchez, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Logan Webb, and Freddie Peralta.
Sure.
Those were the guys who finished ahead of him.
I love that. It's absolutely the right mindset to have. I love that about Nick Pivetta. He is a straight up dog. I'm not in here saying he's going to take a step back. I'm just saying that, I'll ask Eno Sarris about it. Eno will probably say, yeah, expect some regression from Nick Pivetta, which is okay. It can be made up by other guys. It can be made up by Randy Vasquez having a great year or Michael King having a great year. It's all, all in concert together.
And by the way, the guy who finished right behind him in the Cy Young voting in 7th just got a $135 million contract extension from the Phillies this week.
Jesus
Luzardo, which I would think would be what Nick Pivetta could be in line for if he has a good year this year.
Big
and
year
opts
for
out.
him. Yep.
Because he can
big
become
year.
a free agent. So huge year for Nick Pivetta.
Yeah, for sure.
You have no question that he's mentally going to be locked in. Physically, we'll see what happens. All right, we will come back. Again, Eno Sarris at 8:35. I'll guest on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Ben and Woods continuing. 2 hours to go on 97.3 The Fan.
yeah, man. Halfway home on a Wednesday. Bennett Woods, 97.3. The Fan, such a pleasure and honor to be here with you every single morning. Well, 5 days a week at least. It really is. It's fun. It's a fun gig, and we have a lot of fun. Nobody has more fun than we do in here. I promise you that, man. We actually have a really, really good time. Enjoy each other's company most of the time. 90% of the time. I'd say 90%, right? You don't always enjoy my company.
It's higher than 90, though.
Oh, 96.
Yeah, there you go.
6'7". I'm Woodsy.
That's curious. We'll never know the answer, I guess, unless we're all just
brutally honest.
Brutally honest. Do Woods and I hate working with Ben or get frustrated with Ben more than Ben and I get frustrated with Woods, or than you guys get frustrated with me?
God.
Well, I think we can eliminate the last one. Well, I
Ben hates me every day at like 9 o'clock.
It just hit him. He's like,
I almost didn't even consider it. But yeah, there are times.
Oh, I'm
obviously,
sure I piss you guys off.
Never.
But you're very solid, Paulie. I mean, I don't think anyone should ever be frustrated with me, right?
See, that's part of you. That's why we get frustrated with you. You just nailed it.
You did it.
That's it. Now you get it. Now you get it. I know you guys get frustrated with me. Thing is, I really don't care. I love you guys, and you know that my heart's in the right place, and I know that yours is as well. And that's what makes it work.
I'm very clearly the good outweighs the bad. With you Woods.
By far, right? And you as well. You as well. We laughed about this the other day, and I'm very interested because I don't believe that you don't do this. I saw a tweet over the weekend, and it laid me out, and I don't know why. I thought it was so funny, and it's just a gif of a guy, doing the very confident walk, and he's just walking. This is me walking to my gate to prove it exists before heading to the airport bar, and I laughed because I went, oh my God, I've done that on every single flight since I started flying on my own without my parents.
All right, so explain this to me.
If I get in, I'm flying American Airlines to Dallas, and I'm at gate 32C.
So
right?
you get through security,
and I walk through
and you see
security.
the sign that says gates 21 to 34 this way. And you see gates 21, 22, 23, etc.
Correct.
And your flight's still not for an hour and 30 minutes.
I'm through security. I got 2 hours to kill.
Before they even start boarding.
Before they even consider boarding.
Yeah.
So I walk through security. Thank you. I put my shoes back on, get my backpack, get the kids, the wife, whatever. I see 34 or 32C this way, right. I walk all the way down to 32C, not to 80% of the time, 100% of the time. I go down, I look at 32C, I make sure it says to DFW on it. Then I go to the gift shop. Then I go to TGI Fridays. Then I go to wherever.
So if you saw somewhere like, oh, there's a spot at the bar, there's a game I've got on that I wanted to watch,
I would walk past it.
You would still walk past the restaurant.
I would walk past it
all the way to your gate just to walk back to the restaurant where you had already decided you were going to go, just so you could see that it was there.
It's almost like I have to. It's like edification. I walk in and I go, here it is. This is where I need to be in 2 hours or an hour and a half when I board.
Now,
Ben said he will walk in and go straight to the lounge before he goes to the gate, which makes me
because they have boards up there.
They have boards.
You can see
They do.
any flight delays or anything like
your
that.
Your phone can show it to you quite easily now too.
Especially when you're on the airport grounds, like if you have the American Airlines app or whatever, it'll tell you the change on your live.
All right, if it's an airport you've never been to, like you're flying home, and it's like, okay, I don't know the layout of this airport. I want to make sure that I can get to my gate quickly. I will allow it. But if you're flying out of San Diego and you have been there a million times, my Alaska flight's right down the end of Terminal 2 here. It's just a long, straight thing. There's nothing even back there, really.
Right.
Why would you walk back there until you needed to board your flight? Unless you were planning on sitting in the waiting area the entire time.
I never knew.
Do you make is this a conscious effort?
No, I never knew any other way until I saw this. And then I saw this and I go,
you were doing it all just on your own.
It was like
other people in the chat say this. Callie's over here. The only thing that can get in the way of me finding the gate is a bathroom break
on the way in.
But you have to go find the gate first.
I'll go find the gate. Then I will get the gift shop for some magazines. I'll get some snacks or whatever, bottled water.
But
then I'll hit
the gate.
Then I hit gate first. The other thing I like to do, and maybe this is part of it too, is let's say I walk in at security, it's at gate 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going down to 32. That's what? 15 gates? No. Yes,
Yeah.
15 gates. I got to walk down. I also like to do the scouting of what's here, because how many times have you gone in, you've gone somewhere, and then you've eaten or had a drink or whatever, and then you found somewhere better, and it was past your gate maybe, or right next to your gate. There was actually a better option for you, but you settled for the first thing you saw. So I walk down, I scope everything on the right, everything on the left. Oh, I can get AirPods in here. Oh, I can get a massage in there if I want to. I scope it all out and get to my gate. I see my gate, and then I go do all my errands. Does that make sense?
But you should know it's already there. It's object permanence. The gate was there before. You've been to the airport before.
You're right.
It's
I
still
should
there.
know, but I have
It's like
to see it.
what am I holding in my hand?
Car keys.
What am I holding in my hand?
Car keys.
Yes, it's still there, even though you can't see it.
That's true.
It's still there. You know it's there. You've learned object permanence.
I don't know why I've been doing this. And here's the other thing. We'll be traveling to Chicago together soon, the three of us. When we go, like that morning, I will be anxious if you're like, no, let's just go to the lounge and
See, I will have no problem going right to the lounge.
I'll be anxious, and I never knew it.
I just go straight to the lounge.
If I don't
I never knew
have
that.
like the lounge, if I'm just going to be sitting out at my gate or whatever, like
sitting
I'll
outside.
intentionally walk to the gate first just to kind of see like how crowded is it?
Yes.
Are there
That's
seats
another-
even
that's
available?
how
I need to charge my phone. Is there a seat near an outlet?
How full is this flight going to be? When I walk in now, I'm 2 hours early, so it's oh man, there's gonna be nobody on here.
Right.
But
But
I do the scout. I scout everything along the way, and I go, okay, and I make a mental note. I walk down, I check out 32C. I know exactly where it is in case later I'm running, I miss it, something happens. It's an edification that I need. To see it.
And I'm weird the other way in that before I even go to the airport, I will look up every single restaurant.
Now, that's
food,
weird to me.
Lounge option in every. I may go to a different entire
no way
section of the airport if I want to go.
Get on the train.
Terminal 1.
Yeah, I may. Yeah, I may. I have done that before. Like the lounge is in Terminal 2. My flight's in Terminal 1, but I got an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to walk all the way over there, and then I'll come back when it's time to get into my flight.
I could never get on, like in DFW, they have the train, and you have to go to the different terminals, A, B, C, D, E, whatever. Terminal 1, Terminal 2. There's no way. I could not get on the train and be like, hey, let's go because they have a Papados over there. And then then you may miss your flight. Like, I don't know what it is, and I didn't really know I did it until I saw it. But I have to see it before I get on a plane. Every single time. The fact that you will pull up an app and be like, okay, we got Chili's here, you got Fridays here.
Yes, I will.
That's crazy to me. Because it's an airport. It's all going to be pretty bad at the end of the day.
That's true.
It's all going to be.
Minimizing bad is just as important as accentuating the good.
Yeah, but your bad is still like mine and Paulie's good. Like we'd be happy sitting at TGA Fridays having a club sandwich. I don't need.
What's the other thing is like you're talking about like, oh, what if there's another restaurant that I like more? I'm like, it's all airport food at the end of the day. I know like Stone Brewing's going to taste better than, whatever other restaurants that's there, but like it's the same stuff. What are you really missing out on?
So this sounds like a shot at me, but I'm not sure. Woods has no object permanent. And
that's what I was saying.
Is like a baby.
Yeah. The babies learn. That was what I was doing with the keys for you.
I bet Woods is still surprised by playing peekaboo. I'm not surprised by playing peekaboo because I'm a 50-year-old man. I just like to know that my gate is there, and it's my
it's there.
It's my destination.
It's there.
And I like to scope out my destination.
It would be pretty funny if all we had to do was cover our face, though, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd they go?"
Yeah, it's weird, and I guess I didn't really realize it.
You just always just go all the way to the gate.
Standard. And the other thing is, man, is like sometimes I actually
sometimes
it's okay like this. Okay,
I don't like it when my gate's too close because then I feel like, oh, I got to walk all the way past where I want to get to. Yeah.
If you went camping, you go scout out and set up your campsite before, right? You don't just walk around and like you get your site. You find your spot where you're going to go, and then you set up camp. You don't just walk randomly into the woods and be like, well, I'm tired of walking, so this is where I'm camping. Maybe you do. I don't know. I'm trying to think about.
But if you had an assigned campsite already.
I'm talking about in the wild, like how real campers do it.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We go forage.
The gate at the airport's much more of an assigned campsite.
It's definitely assigned.
You're only there for like an hour and a half, too. You're not spending the night there.
I know.
You're not trying to pick the best gate as you walk around. Like, ooh, 33 looks really good.
This looks better. This is a better fit for me.
Go with this one.
I don't know. I don't know why I do it. I just have to go see it. I got to go see it. And yet, like Hunter says, I'm with you. I don't go more than 4 gates from my gate. You never know. I'm the same way. That's how big gate gets you. They keep you close to your gate. Man.
Before we get to Take on Woods, I saw that Sam Levitt is in our chat this morning.
Oh, poor Sammy. Come on, guys.
Sammy's getting roasted a little bit. So he went to our barbecue spot, Caldwell County Barbecue, last night.
Yeah, he did.
Posted his picture, his tray, his platter of food.
Oh, Sammy.
Sammy was incredibly responsible,
judicious.
Carving guy gave him a nice thin slice of turkey,
very thin,
that he had on his plate.
All right.
I think there were a couple of burnt ends there, which looked delicious.
4 burnt ends, 1.5 slices of thin turkey, mac and cheese, coleslaw that was amazing, a little pile of pickles, and then 3 artfully, tastefully dollops of barbecue sauce.
There's the mustard sauce and then the 2 different barbecue sauces. So you had all 3 options.
Yes.
In just nice little, pallets.
It looked like
color.
a very good, solid meal. And people are roasting Sammy. Here's some comment. I hope you ate 2 trays before this one. That's the most depressing barbecue platter I've ever seen in my life. There's literally no food on this tray. Ben, no wonder our expenses are higher than yours. I think I ordered 3 times more food. I did. I took a pecan pie to go, as you know. Another one says, this is criminal. If this isn't, don't do this tomorrow.
Sammy wrote, it was good. I didn't want a lot of food. Can everyone please relax?
Everybody leave him alone. The Sammy sampler plate. My dog eats more than that. Looks like S, says Ken. Just looks like S. That's it.
I think Sam was mad that the sides were so big. He said, is there a half side available of that coleslaw, of the mac and cheese?
That place is so good.
It was really good.
It's so good.
I mean, my tray looked so much different. I had like 3/4 of a pound of briskets.
Yes.
I had a mound of pulled pork on there. It was just scattered all over too.
Ours was much more messy. But yeah, okay, I'll give you this. It is a bit American Psycho, this tray. It's what Patrick Bateman would eat and how he would lay his sauces out as well. But that's Sammy. Sammy's a surgeon. So Chris, I didn't know you could order meat by the ounce at barbecue places now. Poor Sam, he's just getting crushed. This is when the tier
to be
one.
fair, that is how they
That's true.
do it. Like you have to say, like, can I get a half a pound of this or a 1/4 pound of?
But like,
of
can I
that?
get
They weigh
3?
it out.
Can I get 3 ounces of turkey?
Can I just get 1 slice?
Can I get 1/16 of a pound of turkey? Sorry, Sam.
See, Sammy, the tier 1s will thicken your skin after many years. It wouldn't even bother me if I posted that and got roasted. Your skin gets thicker because they want to comment and rip you for every single thing you do, any picture you post. It doesn't matter. It makes them feel better.
I can
about
promise
themselves.
you, Sammy had a delicious dinner. He made a great choice, and Adam loves it. He's saving so much money on Odyssey's dime while he's out there.
Carlos, can I get 4 grams? Can I get 4 grams of turkey, please? He was just trying to do a solid, right? Give it a little shout out to Ben and Woods. Thanks for the recommendation. Really good food. And the funny thing is, if we posted our disgusting overflowing plates, we also would have gotten ripped. Nobody would have been like, hell yeah, boys, go get it. They would have been like, you fat, disgusting, slovenly pigs.
I mean, you saw how big that tray was. I could barely keep my food on it. It was like
I was
falling off
holding
the
a pecan
sides.
pie under my arm. Okay, walking back with it under my arm. Okay, so
I forgot about the pecan pie.
the extra under my arm as I'm balancing my tray and carrying it back. Okay, and a banana pudding. So we're the two extremes, the Ben Woods Show and Sammy Levin. Hang on, guys. Make room. I have this under my arm. I have to bring it back to the table. Oh, man. So good. Yeah, a little bump of turkey. It's so good.
I know we're horrible. Sorry. That was bad.
Sammy didn't order it, but I was so bummed I didn't order it when we were there. Benny, you got the corn pudding?
The corn souffle. It was like a corn pudding souffle.
That?
It was
it didn't look as or sound as appetizing, so I passed on it.
It
And then
was
I had
delicious.
I had a little bit of yours. I was like, good Lord, I should have ordered just nothing but that.
it was very
This was
good.
outstanding, dude.
And now apparently filled with Padres fans based on our recommendation. Yeah, Caldwell County Barbecue in Peoria.
It's delicious, man. Anytime.
Simply the best.
Yeah, simply the best.
We're not getting a dime for that endorsement.
Killed me.
All right, if you'd like to try to qualify, we have no qualifiers yet for our new grand prize. It's the trip to Las Vegas to the Fontainebleau and the $150 credit at the hotel. You can play our trivia game, music, TV, or movies coming up next. Just call in now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Play our game, and then Eno Sarris will join us at the bottom of the hour. Stay tuned. More Ben Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Really? We're going to do this again? 7 Mile Casino. Just 7 minutes from downtown.
That's all, folks.
I can say it. I've said it, I don't know, for years and years. It's been our place to play cards. We've had so many good times there. We've sent so many tier ones there. We want you to be the next to experience San Diego's closest and best card room in town.
That's exactly right, Benny. They got Texas Hold'em, California style blackjack, Pai Gow, and Baccarat. Whatever tickles your fancy, they will take care of you there. High limit players as well. Or like you mentioned earlier, if you're a first timer, second timer, you don't really know the rules, ask them. They'll help. They'll tell you. Hey, now you probably don't want to hit on that, bud. You got to protect the other people at the table. But yeah, it's fun. Have a great time when you go. I know you will. Tier ones have been raving about 7 Mile for years.
Sammy's at 7 Mile is great. Now, for Sam Levitt, it's probably way too much food.
Way too much food. One wing, please.
Order. But for the rest of us, you can order off the 24/7 players menu, get the Kung Pao chicken, which is fantastic. Make sure you save some room for a messy Sundae, the signature dessert at Sammy's. Eat it on the patio, eat it in the bar area. TVs everywhere. It's just comfortable. It's upscale. It's a place you want to take friends and go again and again. At 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown. 7 Mile.
This pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Eno Sarris is going to join us in just a couple of minutes, so why don't we get right to it? Contestant on the line. It is time to play today's game of Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we've got Sean calling in today. Hello, Sean.
Benjamin.
Good to talk to you. Let's get you qualified. You can be the first for our March Vegas Grand Prize. It's a 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 resort credit. Book your stay today at FontainebleauLasVegas.com. All right, here are your categories. We've got movies, girl power, movies with the word girl in the title. TV, Order in the Court, 5 comedies or dramas about the legal profession. And our new music category, Whistle While You Work, all 2-second songs that feature whistling in the song. So, movies, girl power, TV, Order in the Court, or music, Whistle While You Work. Sean, what would you like to play?
Let's go TV, Order in the Court.
TV, Order in the Court. All right, today on Take on Woods, we're looking for 5 comedies and or dramas about the legal profession. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We will come back to it if there is time remaining at the end of the game. Their first question is our 2-second TV theme song. Paulie will play you a little bit of a TV theme song. You've got to identify the show just based on that. You go first, Woods goes second. If you beat or tie him, put you into the drawing for the Fontainebleau Las Vegas. Sean, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
Paul, you good to go? All right.
I'm ready.
60 seconds on the clock. Again, TV category. It is Order in the Court. Your time begins when Paul plays our TV theme song. Good luck, Sean. Let's take on Woods.
High Court.
Correct. Bob Odenkirk stars in which critically acclaimed prequel to the series Breaking Bad? Can't talk today.
Better Call Saul.
Correct. Decades after Star Trek, William Shatner starred as attorney Denny Crane opposite James Spader's Alan Shore in which sometimes humorous, sometimes dramatic television show.
Pass.
Rose Byrne stars as a recent law school graduate Ellen Parsons who learns under Glenn Close's ruthless lawyer Patty Hughes in which late 2000s drama airing on FX.
Pass.
Callista Flockhart became an early Fox Network star for playing the title role in which legal comedy drama?
Pass.
Decades after Star Trek, William Shatner starred as attorney Denny Crane opposite James Spader's Alan Shore, in which sometimes humorous, sometimes dramatic television show?
Pass.
Rose Byrne stars as recent law school graduate Ellen Parsons, who learns, we got the two, and then we ran into trouble. Night Court and Better Call Saul. William Shatner was in Boston Legal. Glenn Close is in Damages, and Callista Flockhart starred in Ally McBeal. So those are your two correct answers. I don't know how Woods is going to do on this one, though. All right, Sean's score is in. Woods only gets to know it is a TV category. You won the last one, but never. You always give the face, like, ooh, it's TV. Yep. Like it's going to be tough.
Yep.
Just so you know, you have not already punched your tickets.
Oh, okay. So I need to score more than he
yeah.
does.
You do. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when we play our 2-second TV theme song. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Sean.
Is that Night Court?
Correct.
Oh.
Bob Odenkirk stars in which critically acclaimed prequel series to Breaking Bad?
Better Call Saul.
Correct. Decades after Star Trek, William Shatner starred as attorney Denny Crane opposite James Spader's Alan Shore, in which sometimes humorous, sometimes dramatic television show.
Boston Legal.
Correct. Rose Byrne stars as recent law school graduate Ellen Parsons, who learns under Glenn Close's ruthless lawyer Patty Hughes, in which late 2000s drama airing on FX.
Pass.
Callista Flockhart became an early Fox Network star.
Ally McBeal.
Correct. Rose Byrne stars as recent law school graduate Ellen Parsons, who learns under Glenn Close's ruthless lawyer Patty Hughes, in which late 2000s drama airing on FX.
No earthly idea.
But you did win 4-2.
Yes.
Damages was the one you did. And that was Order in the Courts.
Ooh.
Legal comedies and dramas. I'm impressed, actually.
Thank you.
You got Night Court, the TV theme song.
Love Night Court.
Sean, thank you for playing. He got that one too, but he ran into trouble after Better Call Saul.
You had trouble even saying that
I
question.
can't
He couldn't do it
claim.
with you, and he couldn't do it with the caller.
Oh, really?
I had the same flaw both times.
Try one more time.
Which critically acclaimed prequel. That's critically acclaimed prequel.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tongue twister that I wrote.
Why don't you get a nap today?
Probably need one. You try critically acclaimed prequel.
Critically acclaimed prequel. Critically acclaimed prequel.
Critically
acclaimed prequel.
Critically acclaimed prequel.
Yeah.
Critically acclaimed prequel. I don't know.
I try it again. The whole thing. The whole clue.
Bob Odenkirk stars in which critically Bob Odenkirk stars in which critically acclaimed
Yeah,
prequel.
you wrote it.
I know I wrote it. I just can't say it.
I need a break. I may throw up.
All right. Eno Sarris is going to join us when we come back.
Maybe.
Like you're really going to throw up?
I may.
That's not good.
I feel nauseous.
That's not
Really?
good.
Yeah, it'll pass.
All
I
right.
just need to breathe.
Eno Sarris coming up next year with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey player, this is And This Pool on This Roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
All right, we're back. Ben is currently scheduling his colonoscopy appointment live on the radio. That's true. I'm choking down vomit. I don't know why. I think I just overheated or something. It's hot in here, and
yeah, I was like, "Are you? You didn't look great." I was like, "Oh, something's really going on."
Yeah, I feel.
I was really cold in the studio like 20 minutes ago,
too.
and then it started to warm up again.
Yeah, I feel. We have Eno on the line.
Hey, we're trying to do a radio show
doing
here.
our interview with
Here,
Eno
let's go to traffic.
Okay, and then
before
we'll
we
get
to
Eno
Eno
on.
Sarris.
Sorry, Eno.
And hopefully Ben is done with all of his personal stuff.
Yeah.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by San Diego Law Firm, fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. Well, a little relief on some of our roads, especially westbound 52 before the summit. Crash has been cleared out of the two right lanes, but just up ahead at Santo Road, stall car in the center divide. Also, reports of a stall south on 163 Friars Road off ramp. It's over the right shoulder. Traveling on northbound 5 Mile Up Carsway off-ramp. Crash involving car and a motorcycle. They're over to the right shoulder. Westbound King Freeway before Federal. Crash over the right shoulder. Up ahead, 30th Street off-ramp. Another collision. It starts small. The comments, the text, the pressure at work. When it crosses the line, you need a personal advocate. San Diego Law Firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at sdlf.com. That's sdlf.com. I'm Kelly Danick, Ben Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All scheduled. Of course, the one opening they had, opening day.
You're joking.
They wanted. Can you do the 26th at 10 a.m.?
No, I
That's
really.
not going to work for me.
No, I
can't.
cannot do my colonoscopy on opening day.
It'd be
Thank
like
you very
9
much.
tequila shots deep at that
Yes,
point.
that's true.
That is not going to work for me. So I've got it scheduled now.
Okay,
It's coming up soon.
When is it?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go. It's on. Eno's on the line.
Oh, let's go
He's
out
been
to Eno
online. He's
Sarris.
been
Sorry,
online.
I was scheduling my colonoscopy. You get to a certain age, you got to get these things done.
It's a true story. It's true. It's absolutely true.
When they call,
Every
you have
word,
to
yeah.
answer.
When they call, you
didn't want to
answer.
miss that call because who knows how long I would be waiting until
right.
the All-Star break, possibly.
Have you done one before?
No, this is my first one.
Oh, well, the best part is they send you a picture afterwards.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't get a picture of mine. I don't think.
An internal
Not that I remember.
picture?
I don't think I'd want to look anyway.
You
Like-
would remember.
Yeah. Like, man, this is clean. Take a look. Pass. Yeah, pass. I keep warning him about the night before, and I don't know that he.
It's hard.
I don't know that he fully understands what's in store for him. I'd like to get audio of it for the show the next day because it's quite a night. How
Well,
are you,
I should
buddy?
be back on that Friday, so I'll be able to give you the full report.
Yeah, be great. How are you, pal?
You'll be so hangry.
Oh yeah, so hangry. A lot of Jello.
I'm great. I'm back from spring training, which is a mess. Just trying to get to as many parks as I can, and it's nice to be back in my home office here.
So you were just in Arizona, right? Or did you go to Florida as well?
Yeah, just Arizona. I'm never doing Florida again.
I've heard it's a nightmare. It's like 4-hour drives to each park, and it's just terrible.
Also, you're up against like spring break in a way that doesn't really happen in Arizona.
Yes.
And so, I took what I thought was a decent hotel room because it was like $275 a night, and it was the worst hotel room I ever had. The door was on one hinge. I had to pick it up and put my shoulder into it.
Oh my God!
The floor was sticky, like someone had sprayed 409 all over it. The AC was stuck at 62, which was fine when it was 95 out. But in the 2 a.m., I woke up like shivering. They didn't give me any blankets, so I had to take all the sheets off the other bed and use my clothes and make like a duvet in the middle of the night.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! There was like they had refinished the bathtub. There was a bubble of air. So every time you walked around in the bathtub, you chased this bubble of air around. They made fun of my name repeatedly at the front desk.
Hey, look who's here! It's Eno. Like,
yeah,
bro. Let me just check in, please.
Sarris, son of a bitch.
Oh my God! Hey, look who's here! It's Eno.
And the very worst part was you have to be in the clubhouse at like 7 a.m. And so I needed my protein, and they had this breakfast spread, and the only way I could get protein were hard-boiled eggs that were in a sleeve of water, and I had to like reach in and take the hard-boiled egg out of the whatever amorphous water, whatever that water was. I did it anyway because I needed my protein.
Dry it off
Gross.
and then eat it.
Yeah. All right, now I've got to ask because everyone has it. How did the kids growing up make fun of your name?
Yeah,
because kids always make fun of everybody's name. They made fun of my name.
Oh, so I went to some private schools and we had Latin class, and everyone was picking a Latin name. And I saw this one coming a mile away, and I was like, no. And when they got to me, I said Maximus, and the teacher said no. And I said, I don't know, Romulus. And the teacher said no. And I was like, come on. And the teacher smiled a big smile and said, Enos.
Enos. Oh, no. Oh, and now you're Enos the penis for the rest of your entire.
Oh, my God.
Hey, look who's coming. Oh, no.
Everybody in the class knew immediately that it was going to stick.
We always talk about other kids being bullies. Teachers can be huge bullies as well. Like, he really sets you up for failure.
Why else
there.
would you get into teaching?
Exactly. Just to bully kids, right?
You actually want to, shape young minds.
That's incredible,
to just
man.
boss them around all day.
That is incredible.
All right. Let me ask you, because you're our smart baseball expert from The Athletic. How big of an upset is Italy over the United States? I mean, the Rockies beat the Dodgers twice last year. It's still baseball. How big of an upset did you consider that last night?
Would have been a bigger upset if they had Olympic rules, which is something that people have been talking about, Olympic baseball, because Olympic baseball, in the Olympics, you have to be like a citizen. Like you can't just be like, hey, my grandmother's Italian, and so the Italian team is kind of like the American JV team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's full of great players like Vinny Pasquantino and, I think Mike Lorenzen started for them. Like it's a decent team of players up and down that lineup. The lineup is better than the rotation, which is true for most WBC teams. But so it was kind of the JV team. But I mean, y'all have heard how much America, stepped on its own appendages in that game. I mean, they partied the night before. They thought they were through. They were tired. They started the B lineup. They didn't pinch hit anybody. They should have. They didn't realize that every run mattered. I mean,
it's incredible.
That was
it's like a movie script.
It's a movie script, man. It's like me in college is what it was like. Like me, Woods in college managing. That's how I lived my life.
It's like
in
a
college.
scene out of Major League or something, or Bull Durham.
Sure, I'll stay up all night partying before this final.
This game?
Yeah,
What?
it's incredible. It's incredible. Stepped on their Enos. Many in the chat are saying yes. Oh man, it's such good drama. It's obviously great content the next day, but they could get in tonight and it could all be an afterthought. I want to pivot if we could to a couple of the San Diego Padres, right? And every year every team goes into spring training, unless you're the Dodgers, really, and maybe even them to a certain extent. Hey man, is our starting pitching going to hold up? And I think no team is more susceptible to that than the San Diego Padres. Michael King coming off an injury, Joe Musgrove coming off of surgery, Nick Pivetta, great season last year. Has got a little dead arm right now. What is your kind of assessment of the Padres and their pitching rotation?
I mean, it's not, some of the projection systems are calling for them to have a 500 season. I think that they're sort of mentally removing innings from some of those starters and giving them to their depth starters, which aren't great. So I think that's the biggest weakness of this team. But, when you actually look at, who wins the World Series and who, goes far in the playoffs, the Dodgers aside, because they've built, so much depth with all their money. A lot of times it's just, who stays healthiest.
Yeah.
So I know that it's upsetting to look at that rotation, see the depth and see all the question marks, but you kind of go as far as your health in any given year, most years. So they're just going to have to hope that this is one of those bigger years for King. He kind of has been alternating a little bit. Musgrove, I think you can get 130, 140 innings out of him because he is a veteran and you're not babying his arm or anything. So, I mean, I think, some of the depth that they brought in was pretty good. Griffin Canning will be useful at some point.
Yep.
But when I was looking through, I looked through the stuff numbers for the depth guys so far.
That was just what I was going to ask you. Yeah.
Yeah. And Walker Buehler had the best so far.
Really?
He had a 99 stuff plus. So nobody had above average, but that includes relievers. So, Buehler and Vasquez had sort of average to slightly above average stuff plus for starters. So, Vasquez's velocity is up. And,
yep.
He looks pretty good. So I think, I would put Vasquez in there for sure. Now, Buehler, Marquez has a slightly better strikeout minus walk than anybody. And that's a really predictive number as well. So I think it's going to be fascinating to look at Marquez versus Walker Buehler, especially because you lose the guy you don't take with you.
They don't have options.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Do you expect a regression for Nick Pivetta? I mean, he had such a monster year, an incredibly intelligent signing by AJ Preller last year. He's going to be pitching essentially for a new, big, huge deal. As Ben mentioned earlier, Jesus Luzardo type money if he opts out at the end of the year. So he's pitching for a contract as well. But the regression, is that something that you fear with Nick Pivetta this season?
I mean, his ERA started with a 2 last year, so I'm going to say yes, but I'm not sure how bad it'll be. I think one place you can look is to his away numbers last year. He had 3.55 ERA away from home, with sort of more normal home run numbers for him. So I would expect sort of a mid-3s ERA, which will be fine. I think that King is the guy you want to be your ace, and Pivetta is your number 2.
When it comes to the Padres bullpen, we know they've got top-of-the-line arms, Mason Miller, Adrian Morejon, but the depth seems pretty strong based on what we've seen in spring training. You've got some thoughts, any dark horses, guys that you do expect to turn into stars? We've been very impressed with Bradley Rodriguez so far this spring, just anything that you've been able to observe.
Well, I've always been a Morgan fan.
Okay.
And so I think, they've developed the depth that, if things go a little sideways this year, they can reclaim, some value somewhere else, maybe in the rotation by trading Mason Miller. I think this would still be an above average to strong bullpen without him. So I think that's how good it has been. That's how good they've been at developing relievers. So I think I don't want to talk about it that way, though. Everything's going to be fine. They're going to keep Mason Miller all year and be competitive.
I really hope so. I mean, I get it, man. He gave up a ton for him, but he is it's a top tier watching experience when you watch Mason Miller. It's top tier. It just doesn't get any better if you're a fan of baseball in general. Like
he's almost striking out every other batter.
It's truly watching Picasso with a paintbrush in his hand. It's just the craziest thing, and I would hate to get rid of him for, it would have to be something that blew me away and blew AJ Preller away too. I would totally understand it, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. I really enjoy watching that.
The A's having a huge season. They need a closer.
Yeah.
Leah Dallas DeVries.
Leah Dallas DeVries back to San Diego. Stranger things have happened. We're excited to have you back this year. And I want our audience to remember, man, when everybody in this town had given up on Adrian Morejon, there was one man that planted his flag 4 years before anybody else, and his name is Eno Sarris. And look how right he was.
It's you and AJ Preller.
It's you and AJ Preller. That's it. And Ruben Niebla. Those three, the three-headed monster. Adrian Morejon now turning into the freakish demon that he is.
My big Cuban son.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're proud of you. That's why we love having you on, because your insight is spectacular.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to many more conversations over the course of the season. Thank you for joining us, though, during spring training.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Eno Sarris, whose door was off the hinge. And
that's worse.
That may be worse than our
doo-doo motel.
In
Bro,
Arizona.
he had at least the door locked.
Right.
the thought of lifting it and slamming.
Lift and like shove with your shoulder. I can see him doing
and then
it.
he's walking in the lobby. They're like, "Hey, look, penis is here." He's like, "Oh, great! Super glad I'm staying here." Yes, let me get that egg sleeve.
Hey, fatty, you want some of these hard-boiled eggs that have been sitting in water?
Quite the hospitality training they've been receiving.
Just incredible.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
All right. We'll come back. Final hour. Paulie talking about an 83-point performance in the NBA and more. Reindl Report, Vegas fan, next on 97.3 The Fan. Reading through my colonoscopy prep instructions. Not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not. I told you.
But
read us a paragraph.
I will get through it.
Where's your headphones?
In my
in his lap.
Distracted by all this. Read you a paragraph?
Yeah, it's going to be next Thursday, right?
It'll be next Thursday, yes.
Okay. All right. So you'll do your prep on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can either work from home for a couple hours or come in for a couple of hours if you can make it. I think it's probably
before the show.
I think it's best if we just send you.
You're nervous about that 30-minute drive.
That drive could be
that would be the dicey part.
Now then
of it
you'll
all.
go to your meeting and I'll pick you up from said meeting.
Yes. It says I need a responsible driver though. So that may
all right, I'm out. Paulie,
responsible adult driver.
You're gonna need to pick up Ben next Thursday from his colonoscopy.
I'll call you a responsible Uber driver.
Yes, no, I'll be there. I'll come pick you up. Now I think I'm marriage counseling at noon, but I think we should be fine. 9:30, you should be
They
good.
said 2.5 hours after check-in, so it could be like 11:30 by the time
2.5 hours after check-in.
I check in at 9 for a 9:30 procedure. It might be faster than that, but you might not be able to pick me up. Don't just leave me there though.
Well, listen, worst case scenario, I'm there at 1:00 sharp. Worst case scenario, I'm there at 1. And you get to chill in the bed.
In the waiting room?
No, they will probably leave you in the bed till I get there. You just relax. You feel so good. You'll be happy.
Finally get that nap.
You get that nap. You're going to get so much
I'll be very
rest.
hungry at that point because I'll have had 24 hours eating nothing but clear liquid.
Well, so at 1, if I pick you up after the counseling, I'll come pick you up and then we'll go straight to Jersey Mike's. It will
Nice.
be the best Jersey Mike's you've ever had. On me, by the way.
Thanks.
Because I'm going to be wearing my Meta glasses
The
and I
day
want to
before,
get you.
just water, coffee, no creamer,
Okay.
tea, clear soda, 7-Up Sprite,
Oh, that's
Gatorade, but no red or purple.
Right.
Pulp-free juices, so white grape, no like orange juice or anything.
Okay.
Clear hard candy.
Darling, no Werther's for me. It's not clear
Is that
enough.
clear enough?
Wait, what is clear hard candy? Like a Jolly Ranchers aren't clear.
Like a rock candy.
Gross on a stick.
Did you get an Old Town when you went and visited?
No, you're not getting a rock candy. It's literally just straight sugar. It's the last thing you need. What an overrated candy rock candy is.
And then clear broth, but no stock.
No Jello?
Jello, yeah, no red or
Okay.
purple.
No red or okay. Jello,
Also,
yeah.
same
And
rules as Gatorade.
And no pudding.
No pudding. Definitely no pudding. If in doubt, leave it out.
If in doubt, leave it out.
Well,
the broth is the worst part.
I don't have to. You don't have to eat any of it.
You
right?
don't have to eat it. What are you going to eat then? You got to hard candies and
Hard
Jello.
candies and Gatorade and Jello most of the day, I guess.
Oh, this is so good. This is so good. I can't wait for my next one.
I can have an espresso because they said coffee as long as there's no creamer in
That's
it.
good.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I really want to be jittery.
Oh, you can get chicken pho. Somebody said.
I think that's, clear broth, but like pho has a bunch of stuff in it. So I would say they
Pick all the
probably would
weeds
say
out
no.
of it and the noodles and stuff.
Yeah.
My wife eats it like 4 days a
But
week.
they do like bone broths and stuff, and it's not just clear. They're talking about like the Swansons from the grocery store, as clear as possible.
My dumbass bought the one that was like salt free, and it was liquefied fat, is what it tasted like, and could barely get any down. Get the one with salt in it; you should be okay.
All right, before we get to the Reindl Report, it is time for our biggest fan announcement. If you hear your name, you'll have 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973 and qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. And this morning's biggest fan is Brandy Budd from El Cajon. Brandy, you've got 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973. Good luck, Paulie. Take it away.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Oh, all right.
He has got doo-doo on the brain,
I do.
Paulie.
He really does.
He's got doo-doo on the brain.
All right, let's get started. Gentlemen, last night around, 7:15-ish, got done with Tier 1 basketball game, checked my phone, opened up the ESPN app, wanted to see what the score was in the World Baseball Classic. Oh! And before I could get to that page of the ESPN app, I saw on the front, Bam Adebayo. What a night for the Miami Heat. 83 points.
That's insane.
83 points. That's the second most in NBA history. He's surpassed Kobe Bryant's 81 points and still trails Wilt Chamberlain. I don't know that one's ever going to be broken.
No, Hundo's going to be tough.
But 83 points. His night was absurd. He shot, where was it? 43 free throws, I want to say.
Made 36.
Both NBA records.
36 for 43 from the free throw line. He went 13 of 21 on field goals, and he was 7 of 22 in three-point shooting. So when they broke it down, I was watching on TV earlier. They showed a graphic. They said of the 70-plus point performances in the last 20 years, he actually had like the lowest shot percentage on the night. Nobody had less than 50%.
Under 50%.
Wow. Yeah, and he was at 47% or something like that. Like, Luka Doncic scored, I think, 73, and he did it on like 76% shooting.
Amazing.
So, of course, can we just celebrate something in sports? No, we have to like rip it apart and criticize it and say
fairly analyze it. It's always impressive to score that many, but at the end, remember, they're playing the Wizards, who are tanking. I mean, third stringers at the end, and they started fouling the Wizards to stop the clock so they could get the ball back
This is
to
where
Bam
it got weird.
Adebayo at the end. To me, that's gaming the system a little more than a totally authentic 83-point performance.
But when you get that close, when you see that, oh my God, this is actually every player.
Like we get 60 in the middle of the third quarter or something.
Every player tonight suiting up in the NBA, they have a chance to break Wilt Chamberlain's record.
You keep feeding him the ball, of course,
right?
But do you foul the other team, send them to the line?
So I think it's but
then the Wizards started trying to foul other players to keep Bam from scoring, to send them to the line.
I think it's pretty funny, actually. I think it's pretty funny. I don't think anyone was hurt.
I mean, it was like comical watching them trying to get him the ball at the end there. But like, yeah, it was weird. There was like a minute 40 left in the game. They're up almost 30 points, and they fouled the Wizards with a minute 40 remaining to guarantee at least a few more possessions to try to get Bam the ball. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Throwing the ball as fast as you can on a free throw attempt to brick it off the rim to get the game moving so you can foul immediately. That seems a little a little weird.
His career high was 41 before last night.
His highest this year was like 32.
He made
beat it by 51.
He had like 15% of his season's worth of free throw attempts all took place last night.
That's incredible. Look, 83 points is 83 points. He's number 2 in the record books, and it doesn't really matter how you get there. I'm sure Wilt's was a little Bush League as well that night that you decided to score 100 points.
Brandy, I saw you calling in. I put you on hold. I was going to bring you on and congratulate you, but then you dropped off. If you want to call us back, please, 833-288-0973. But I did see you calling in, so you're good for our biggest fan contest. But we'd love to say congratulations if you want to try again.
Yes, you're good for now, though.
Yeah.
All right, we will move on. It's that time of year as spring training moves on and we get closer to the regular season. We also get closer to the regular season for the minor league teams, and that means we're going to start seeing promotions, all the fun, goofy stuff that minor league baseball can offer. Got a story here about a new concession item that you can get if you're ever with the Hartford Yard Goats.
Okay.
They are a AA affiliate, I believe, of the Colorado Rockies. Yeah, AA affiliate over in Hartford, Connecticut.
It's far.
Very far.
San
for the
Antonio's
Rockies.
not that close to San Diego either.
Is it closer than Connecticut to Colorado?
Connecticut to Denver is very far.
San Diego to San Antonio is very far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they are unveiling a new food item at their games. It's called the Anti-Hero. It's a grilled 2-foot-long all beef hot dog with 11 powdered donuts going around like the ring toss game at the fair.
It's a big wiener through 11 powdered donuts.
It's got a mustard ketchup drizzle and sweet candied and pink and blue sprinkles.
It's filthy, man.
On an artisan loaf bun.
That's gnarly.
I like the sweet and sour combo. Not sour, but the sweet and savory combo. I like that idea. I've generally come around to it. But I mean, look, I love a hot dog, and I love me a sleeve of powdered donuts, buddy. I will suck those things down like it's going out of style.
If it wasn't for the bun, the extra bun with all the like if it was the hot dog in between the donuts, I might try that.
How would you eat it?
On a stick, maybe?
How would you get it on a stick? It's like a foot long.
You get a hot dog on a stick.
And then where would you eat? Like the donuts and then into the wiener?
Just from the top of the stick
At the
on
top
down,
of the stick down.
I think.
Like all the way down?
But I don't want an extra bun around the donuts.
Yeah, it's superfluous bread.
Yes,
too much bread. Look at us in here going, that's too much bread for me. Don't mind the almost dozen donuts wrapped around a hot dog.
The hot dog doesn't look very appealing either.
The hot dog looks like ass, Paulie. Look at it.
Those long ballpark franks that are like, even if it's a foot long.
Hot dog should fit exactly in the bun.
Yes.
I always make my kids eat the extra wiener because I won't touch. You can't get the condiment on it. So I need bread in my bite.
Let's go out to line one. Brandy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Brandy. Congratulations. You're our biggest fan. You have qualified for the grand prize night in our Odyssey suite at a Padres game. Thanks for listening to 97.3 The Fan.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Brandy,
Go Padres.
Go Padres. Were you partying with Team USA last night or the night before?
I wish I was. No. I did a little too much cheering for my daughter's softball team.
Oh, I love it.
Good.
Softball mom. Thank you so much.
Yes.
See you later. All right. And then
thank you guys. I appreciate it. Hope to win. Yeah.
We will wrap it up here. Head over to Hollywood. New Netflix show was announced earlier this morning starring Will Ferrell, and it's going to be a golf television show coming out this summer. It's called The Hawk, and it's going to star Will Ferrell as Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins, who is a former legend in the game of golf. That whole story, he wants to reclaim the glory days,
just like old
Stick just came out like a year ago.
Stick, Hawk, Eastbound and Down.
So he's going back out on the PGA Tour. They released a small trailer. It didn't really reveal anything other than Will Ferrell's in it.
Is it a drama or a comedy?
It's Will Ferrell.
It's a comedy. It says all 10 episodes of the series are going to premiere this summer. An exact date has not yet been revealed. Who is joining the cast? We have, of course, Will Ferrell. We have Molly Shannon, Fortune Feimster, Luke Wilson, who we just mentioned.
Was
Stick.
also in Stick?
No, his brother.
Owen Wilson was in
That's right.
Stick on Apple Plus.
Here we go.
Luke Wilson decided he's going to stick with Netflix and help out on Will Ferrell's version of Stick.
All right, here we go. Lonnie struggles in the back nine of his career to recapture his magic. His body says retire, but his heart says he's not done yet. His ex-wife, Stacy, and his son, Lance, golf's new golden boy, they know he's through. But with one more major to win to complete golf's Grand Slam, Lonnie refuses to believe he's anything other than one stroke away from the greatest comeback in golf history.
Sounds like season 2 of Stick.
Yeah, season 2
essentially.
of Stick.
Young guy,
featuring
ex-wife,
Will
but
Ferrell.
If they put Owen Wilson back on the golf course in season 2, that's this show.
Did you like Stick?
It wasn't terrible.
I thought it was terrible.
I thought it was okay.
Never saw it.
Maybe sometimes he's weird because sometimes I really like him and sometimes I'm like, oh,
Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
so was JC. He's brilliant in Meet the Parents.
Wow.
He's brilliant in Meet the Parents. Brilliant. But then I saw him in Stick. I was like, I can't do this. He's just, most times you find an actor, you're like, oh, I love that guy and everything he does.
It had some heart. I think it found its footing a little bit later in the season.
I gave up, man, like 2.5 in. Mark Maron was not great either for me.
No, he was the heart. I thought he ended up being the heart of the first season.
I didn't finish it, so maybe he was, but he was rough the first couple.
And getting over the loss of his wife and everything turned out to be that got me a little bit. That's why I was okay with it.
All right, you're a big softie.
And the kid has a really good golf swing. Like I believed his swing. He could launch the ball.
It'll be interesting. It's Will Ferrell. I'll probably give it a shot. I feel like I could do the whole plot right now. Though.
Right.
I it's going to feel very predictable. Maybe it's different.
With Stick, you had Happy Gilmore 2, kind of a similar story.
Oh my God, my kids loved it. You can't get them to stop watching Happy Gilmore 2. It's their favorite movie.
Happy Gilmore 2.
They love
They
them
like
both.
Happy Gilmore 1.
Love it.
Got it.
But
there is something.
2 was like theirs. Like
Yeah,
they saw
yeah.
1 was mine and 2 was theirs. They were all in.
Childhood is really the prime age for sequels.
Yeah,
because you don't care that much about the quality.
You don't know the quality of the thespian.
Yes.
You're not like
You
not
just
script. It's not script
You
dependent.
just love that they're all back again, and you could care less about the plot.
My whole life has been reboots
and sequels.
That they're all just phoning it in just for a paycheck.
Yeah,
you don't care at all at
you
that
don't.
point.
When you're a kid, you're like, bro, they're coming out with another Back to the Future. This is going to be amazing.
And
Western. This is going to be great,
It's
or whatever.
funny. I think about like movies or shows of my life that were these reboots, like things like The Longest Yard, right? Like that.
Yes,
it seems like 2 different movies entirely.
Yes.
Adam Sandler's movie
and Burt
then
Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, who was in Adam Sandler's.
Yes,
but like it just feels completely different, and that's kind of like, all right, that's our version. What's the Shallow?
Star is Born.
Stars Born.
The new one's so much better than the old one.
But everyone that was older than me, they all know the one with Barbara Streisand, and they know the story and all of that. And I'm like, well, this is my version. I'm going to watch this one.
Yeah.
But now I've gotten older, and so now
tried to watch the old Ocean's 11.
Oh,
it's not great.
You can't do it, man. The new one is amazing.
One's spectacular.
But now I'm getting older, and so they're starting to reboot originals that were around when I was younger, and we're like, you can't reboot that. You can remake that. What are you doing?
You remember when we were kids? I remember my Aunt Debbie took me to the movie theater to see Rocky IV. Rocky IV, by the way. And I was like, this is the greatest cinema that America has ever produced. The Russian, his smoking hot wife, the training in Russia. Like, there was, for me, James Brown, like, there was nothing better on the planet than Rocky IV when I was 10, when it came out, or 10, 11. I mean, you watch it now, you're like, oh, man, this is as predictable as it gets. What a kind of a turn, but you still like it. But, yeah, you're right, man. You didn't care. Karate Kid 2? Yeah, I'm going to go to Okinawa and almost get killed again over some girl.
Was at stake.
He was going to die.
Kid 2.
Yes.
The stakes were much higher.
It's crazy. And I was all in. It was all
Beverly
in.
Hills Cop 2.
I loved Beverly Hills Cop 2.
It was pretty good.
It was really good. And again, smoking hot Bridget Nielsen. Thank you, Paulie. Excellent Reindl Report.
No problem.
Be checking that out.
When we come back, I was out at San Diego State basketball practice yesterday. Been a weird season for the Aztecs, but they have a chance to make it all right again in 3 days later this week in Las Vegas. Talk about that coming up next with Ben Woods.
It's the best clip we have
on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. I'm about to lose, probably a lot of weight in 24 hours when I go through my fast.
You will.
SDFatLoss.com, though, you can lose a ton of weight in just 60 days, and you're not fasting. You're eating real foods, normal foods like steak and chicken and vegetables. Sound good? How about I throw in this? No exercise and no injections with the potential side effects, with the expense of those injections, like $3,000 to $5,000 a year, and you have to keep on them if you want to keep that weight off, or it just comes right back on. With SDFatLoss.com, it's a doctor-developed program that supercharges your metabolism to lose the weight fast and then be able to keep that weight off after you are done. I changed my life. Absolutely did. It can change yours as well. Just set up your free consultation by going online to SDFatLoss.com, and when you sign up for the program now, take $200 off. Follow in my footsteps and give it a try. It's so much better to be done after 2 months than thinking, all right, it's the first of many years of injections that I have to take every single week. I did it. You can do it too. Go to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view, this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim-ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now. Say radio for a free month of service. Sometimes it's hard to really evaluate a season, well, especially before it's over. But take the 2023 Padres, Woods. That was a monumental disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado.
24 was a monumental disappointment, too.
I wouldn't say that, really.
24 scoreless innings.
Well, the way it ended was a bummer, but they played well all season long. 23, the entire season.
Different type of monumental disappointment.
Yeah,
but yes, monumentally disappointing just
23 season was a monumental disappointment.
God, it was excruciating.
This year's
figure it out, guys.
This year's San Diego State basketball season has clearly been a disappointment.
Yes.
But it hasn't been an epic disaster. They finished second in the Mountain West.
They didn't win the Mountain West.
But they finished second by themselves.
But monumental disaster based on expectations before the season, I think is fair.
Yeah. Like
it was Sweet 16 or buzz.
Yes.
Not bad. We finished second in the conference.
Like Miles Bird was preseason, all first team or all conference, still ended up second team all conference and the defensive player of the year. Third team all conference, defensive player of the year. Reese was second team. He was supposed to be
first teamers. And I think that should be a chip on their shoulder.
Honorable mention. So
I think Reese is one of the best 5 players in
it's not like they all had bad seasons. They were all honored. It just wasn't quite what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, he's not stopping. Can't wait for baseball season. Actually, if you took away that 7-run inning, we actually won that game 3-1.
You just want to stay within triple slam range.
It's just weird because if we had gone in with no expectations, we'd be congratulating them all on being some of the best players in the conference today. But because we came in with expectations, there's that obviously tinge of disappointment to it all.
I would say it's been a disappointing season, but the season story is not written yet. I think that's very fair. You have an opportunity to eliminate the entire regular. You eliminate it. You go out and win 3 games, it's gone. Nobody cares. It's eliminated.
Which
and then
is
I think
comical.
Which is funny.
You win 3 and then win, I don't know, 2 more after that and go to the Sweet 16. Then nobody really cares.
I mean, you can rewrite your entire story in the span of 5 basketball games. You really can. And I don't know too many other sports that offer that opportunity to do that. And I think that's special in and of its own right. And I think, just having that chance to go in and go, hey, man, this regular season means jack ass after we just won and we're going to the tournament. This is our draw. This is who we're going to play. We win that game. And then, hey, man, by the way, let's make no bones about it. They've changed the narrative of the season. Before it was like, hey, look, based on this roster, the guys coming back, it's Sweet 16 or bust for this team. These guys got to get there. They will. They're going to be great. Dutch is going to have it dialed in. How excited and proud are you if this team makes the tournament? As a fan, you're elated. You're elated if they make the tournament now because of the fortitude to win that tournament and get a bid. Like you are elated if they get in.
Now I'll give Miles Bird credit because yesterday when I was talking to him at practice, he said, honestly, last season was a bit of a disappointment. We got to the tournament, but we shouldn't have been in the first 4. It didn't go the way we wanted, and he said we take the blame for that. Yes, we had to turn around and play North Carolina with no time to practice because they sent us across the country with 1 day, prep time, and that hurt us for sure. But if we had taken care of business, we wouldn't have been in the first 4. We could have gone on a deeper run. So that was on us. And he said it's on us again to be in this situation where we now have to win the Mountain West tournament to get in. Dutch was a little more. He said, if we get to the final of the Mountain West tournament, there's a chance we could still be an at-large. I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
You're leaning on other teams' results, I think, at that point. But
even if everything broke the right way, I still don't know if that's enough to get San Diego State in. I guess they are, if New Mexico lost early and you finished ahead of New Mexico in the comp, and they're going to want to take 2 Mountain West teams. I mean, who's the second Mountain West team?
I don't know.
If you lose to Utah State in the final, is Utah State really going to be the only Mountain West team in the tournament?
Possibly.
Yeah, it's possible. It is absolutely possible.
It's happened
before. The only way that I can see Dutch being right would be they felt like a second Mountain West team is getting in, and then they have to decide, is it San Diego State or is it New Mexico? And it's a pretty close comparison. San Diego State finished a game ahead of New Mexico. They split the 2 games in the regular season. What if San Diego State beats New Mexico again in the semifinals? That would be I guess. I think it would end up being a one bid league though.
Yeah.
If Utah State ends up winning the conference tournament.
And all the selections are next
Sunday. This Sunday.
This Sunday.
No, this Sunday.
This Sunday is selection
conference
Sunday.
tournament. You turn around, there's conference tournament basketball
right now.
Starting today. I mean,
there's already teams
Colorado,
that won their conference tournament.
Oh, yeah. They had tournaments last weekend, but for the Mountain West or San Diego State's rooting interest, you have Colorado State and Fresno State. I don't have the time for that
play
game
at 6, I think, just like tomorrow's game.
6
so
o'clock.
6 o'clock
so
tonight.
San Diego State plays the winner of that game tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if it really matters.
And that game's tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 6, yeah.
Yep.
And there's so many teams right now that could win the Mountain West tournament. Utah State's not that. They lost 3 of 4, I think, at the end. New Mexico lost their last one at the end. Obviously, San Diego State lost 4 of 6 at the end. Boise State is hot. Colorado State is hot at the end, but they were middle of the pack teams. Colorado State doesn't even have a bye, so they got to win 4 games in 4 days. I mean, there's 6 or 7 teams that you could see winning the Mountain West tournament right now. And yeah, San Diego State is one of them, but the odds are never great. I think I saw 15%, which was third best odds to win it. It's not much, but it's there.
Yeah, 1 game at a time.
Yeah. All right, we'll come back. Again, set the stage for tonight's all-important Italy-Mexico WBC showdown that determines the fate of Team USA and a huge soccer game at Snapdragon Stadium tonight. Lots going on in the sports world on a Wednesday. We will wrap it all up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. And this pool on this roof, this is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Final segment of Ben and Woods on a Wednesday. Got the Big 12 Conference Tournament underway. And they're playing on a giant screen. That's right. It's an LED screen as the court, so they can make it look like whatever they want. Right now, it looks like a basketball court, but I think you could like stream Netflix on that thing if you wanted to.
Back in my day, man, we played on concrete. That's the only way we did it. These kids are so soft, need all these LED lights. Soft.
The three-point line.
Put a video in the chat, though, if you're watching on YouTube, like the demonstration of what the court can do. It's pretty remarkable.
For
it's
like
very
starting
distracting.
lineups and stuff, they can turn it into a big show, you know, with the logos, and it all moves around during the game. It pretty much stays, although if a guy hits a three-pointer, the three-point line glows a little bit.
These guys got rims. We used to shoot in a peach basket, man. That's how we did it. We hung a peach basket on a pole.
They do. A couple of players wondered about the footing because it's not wood; it's kind of a glass.
So cool
is what they're
Look at
playing
that.
on. But it is pretty incredible what we can do with technology nowadays.
But that's not like a projection from above down on the screen. They're playing on the screens. That's
Cool.
nuts.
It's really cool.
That's for the men's and women's Big 12 tournament, which is currently going on. Of course, Mountain West tournament starts today. The Aztecs, as we mentioned, play tomorrow against either Colorado State or Fresno State at 6 o'clock.
Who do you guys want? Who do you want?
Well, I think Fresno State is the easier team to beat, so an upset would be nice.
Yeah, Colorado State, in theory, will give them more trouble.
Colorado
tomorrow
State's
night.
a great three-point shooting team that just blew the doors off San Diego State and Fort Collins, 2 weeks ago?
But then if they lose to Fresno State, then you go, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, crap, is Fresno State hot or something?
dialed in right now.
You get a team that's, confident after a win.
Yeah.
So it's always it's the curse of getting a bye. It's like the good thing is you're rested.
Yeah, you're rested.
The curse is you are definitely playing a team that just won their last game and is feeling pretty good about themselves.
And they played, they played, and they're
They got
ready
some
to
rhythm.
go.
They're ready to go.
Rest versus rust.
Rest
big,
versus rust.
Big baseball conversation.
It's appropriate in soccer as well because with these midweek tournaments like SDFC is playing, how rested are you for matches in the middle of the week? They play Toluca tonight at Snapdragon Stadium at 8:30. I think I heard that like Toluca rested some of their stars in their last match.
They still won big.
Still won, and now have them fresh to take on SDFC tonight. Obviously, SDFC played, I think, most of their starters in their win in Kansas City on Saturday. I would think that most of them are coming back. I mean, we'll see Anders Stryer and the crew tonight for the game, but will they have a little more fatigue than their opponents in this game, this midweek clash?
I have a little more fatigue than my opponents right now. General fatigue is checked in.
Colonel Budget salutes General Fatigue.
General Fatigue salutes you, Colonel Budget. What a cabinet we make.
And then, of course, watching baseball tonight, Italy and Mexico. And we explained it earlier, but
we explained it so well.
Team USA either needs an Italy win or they need Mexico to win a higher scoring game. Mexico has to win and score at least 5 runs for Team USA to advance. So any Italy win or any Mexico win in which Mexico scores at least 5 runs in a regulation 9-inning game.
I'll make it easier. This is how Team USA can be eliminated. Okay. Mexico wins 1-0. Mexico wins 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Okay. So shutout. Mexico wins. They move
1,
on.
2, 3, or 4.
Mexico 2, Italy 1. Mexico 3, Italy 1. Mexico 4, Italy 1. Mexico 3, Italy 2. Mexico 4, Italy 2. Mexico 4, Italy 3. Team USA is out. Any of those numbers, I've retweeted it into my feed. I will be screenshotting it to have on me during the game. If they get eliminated, this is a colossal embarrassment.
And just
colossal, so you know.
Just so you I can say tomorrow, you were warned. If Mexico wins 6-5 or 5-4, but it goes like 13 or 14 innings, Team USA could still be eliminated as well because it comes down to runs per out recorded.
Oh my God.
So the longer the game goes, that higher total goes from 5. It starts creeping up a little bit. So that can impact it. I don't know the exact math on every single number of runs versus every single number of innings played. It could even, if it comes down to like a walk-off, less outs recorded, that could be like specifically impactful. So we're talking about 9-inning game.
What do you do if you're Italy? Because it's not, they don't have nothing to play for. They have almost nothing to play for. Like,
No, they could be eliminated tonight.
They could be eliminated.
They could be eliminated.
So you have to go hard.
Because if if they lose and Mexico wins big, then Mexico and the U.S. advance, and Italy goes
and Italy's
home.
out.
So,
So that's what they're playing for. They got to play hard. They got to, they have to leave it all out there.
The only scenario that Mexico and Italy are both totally safe is if they collude and just make sure that Mexico wins a very low-scoring game.
2-0. Yeah.
Tip of the cap, and you go, okay.
See you in the
first batter. This is how it would play out. First batter of the game lays down a bunt, and Italy doesn't field it and lets the Mexico runner go all the way around the bases.
Can you imagine?
The next 54 batters all just strike out. Just
it won't happen.
Swing and miss and everything. Mexico wins 1-0. Both teams advance. Team USA eliminated.
So Italy's got to play well and focus on run prevention. It's such a beating. Or either
For
win
us,
or
Italy,
keep Mexico low.
I mean, Italy can win 13-12 and they're fine.
Yeah.
Or they can lose 12-11 and they're fine. So they don't.
I'm actually pulling for collusion now because I think that would be fun to watch.
It would be great content. No question.
And people would melt down.
The meltdown.
They would lose their minds. Stephen A. Smith doesn't even care about baseball. He would explode on First Take tomorrow.
He would lose his
But no one can point at anything and go, well, that's not how Babe Ruth did it in the WBC.
Fair.
No one's ever done this before.
Hey, look, keeping the U.S. out is smart strategy.
What is the right way to play in a pool play eliminator game? What's the proper etiquette? No one's really. The only thing that you can say is people have paid tickets. You paid for tickets to go to this game.
Yeah,
and they probably want to
deserve
see
a
an
good
actual game and not a colluded tip of the cap. Here's an orchestrated outcome. But other than that, strategically, it makes a lot of sense for Team Italy and Team Mexico to not either of them to risk their future and just make sure the outcome comes out the way that, make sure they both go on.
I can't. I want to find out who's pitching and everything. I can't.
All right, let's check traffic, and then we'll come back and wrap things up here on a Wednesday on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Got a few problems wrapping up our morning drive here. One of them is collision on northbound 805 right before 47. A couple vehicles involved. Looks like this may be blocking one of the right lanes. Also an accident on northbound 15 right before the 8. Motorcycle involved in this one. It's got the left lane blocked. Also traveling on westbound 8 just past the 163, an accident in the clearing stage. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I know what it is. All right, so here's a little dilemma.
There's no dilemma.
There's no dilemma.
This is
There
hard for
shouldn't
me.
be a dilemma.
There should not be.
This is something that I wish I liked because I love like the brown sugar. So our friend TJ,
TJ
sent us
one.
some pralines. Is that how you say it? Praline.
Oh, yep.
But I hate pecans. I just can't
I don't care.
stand them.
A listener spent their hard-earned money to provide us with a gift, and you're going to eat one.
She doesn't want me to suffer.
She's in the chat, I think.
I appreciate, like, I know how special like these are.
You don't appreciate
and how
it.
much people love them. I mean, if I was allergic to pecans, you
You're
would
not.
want me to die.
You're not, though.
But
I
you're
just
not.
know that I'm going to take a bite and I'm going to hate it.
Oh, that's
because
really good.
Oh,
I
man.
cannot stand
Thanks, TJ.
pecans or walnuts. Makes me sad because I love everything else about this.
Except for literally what it is.
Except for the main ingredient.
So you're just not going to...
So you're just going to...
Thanks, but no thanks.
Is that rude?
Snub your nose at
F
her,
you.
at her gift.
Is that
Oh,
yes? Well, is that rude?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's
You
okay.
is it? It's
TJ,
more,
me and Paulie appreciate you very much.
It's more polite.
dang,
I
those are
appreciate her too, but is it more polite to try to suffer and force down a tiny bit of something you hate?
Yeah.
But why would the person giving the gift want to make you suffer? They presumably want to make you happy by giving you a gift.
It's really good.
It's just sad that you don't like our audience. don't respect. And
So wish I liked this. It's like
Anybody that was thinking about bringing us anything on opening day,
I guess don't.
Don't.
If you took the nuts out, it would be like my favorite thing. It would be like the center of that.
Just take a
bite.
small bite of the edge. You
Look,
probably won't even get any.
I'm telling you,
praise.
you will not like that.
I
promise you will like that.
I will. If I get a nut, I will hate it. If I
save that.
That part?
No, get a big bite in the middle there.
I don't want the nut.
Save that.
Oh, it's so good.
I told you. Now just take a bite.
I hate the nut. Oh, you want me to take a real bite?
Yeah, or real, right in the middle. That one
One on
sticking
the
up.
top?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, it's outstanding. There's no way you don't like it. There's no chance. It's so good.
I hate that taste.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Not that bad.
Gee, sorry, TJ.
I really hate pecans.
You really don't. You're struggling over there.
Look at him. Can't even taste it. It just tastes like sugar.
No.
Are you gonna throw up?
No.
You did a good thing today. You did a good thing. He's red.
I just don't want to swallow it.
Swallow it.
She was just trying to do
Save that
something
too,
nice.
Paul. Save that. Yeah, you look like the McDonald's CEO with that bite. Man, those are good.
The outside, like the part without the nuts, I love that so much. That brown sugary.
Oh, that's so good.
Coating.
It says
is
creamy
so
praline, but
good.
there's nothing creamy about it. It's very hard.
Creamy doesn't mean soft.
Well, creamy is like cream texture.
It's a mouthfeel. Coats your mouth on the inside.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
If I say I made a creamy sauce, do you think that it's hard, but it just coats your mouth?
Well, if you made a creamy sauce, that's a liquid. But if it's a solid that's creamy.
What else can be described as creamy?
I feel like it's going to melt in your mouth a little bit, which it does. The outside cover melts in your mouth.
Creamy is a great word.
I really don't like pecans.
We know.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, no.
I don't either.
Because I like almonds and cashews. Those are fine. Peanuts, definitely.
We used to we had a pecan tree at my grandparents' house. We used to crack them raw.
Walnuts, pecans are the two that I hate the most.
Walnuts I don't enjoy. I'll eat them, but I don't like them that much. But I don't act like a 4-year-old when I eat them either.
Yeah. Oh no, I like it creamy.
Yeah, we know. Wait, making a creamy sauce is wild? Why?
Oh no, I like it creamy.
A creamy Alfredo sauce? Delicious.
So heavy.
It's so heavy, but it's delicious.
I'm not saying it's good for you.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's good for you.
It tastes good.
Man.
Technically, I'm not supposed to eat any nuts and seeds for the last few days before my colonoscopy.
I wonder why. That's the most interesting pre-workout I've ever had, is a giant creamy praline before the gym. So there you go.
And he says the show has gone off the rails. Here's a little pro tip. We're never on any rails.
Very.
We don't know what the rails are.
Completely rail-free show.
Yep. Man, those are tasty. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it. Paulie
We
appreciate
used
it.
to do a whole segment called Trainwreck Radio.
We did?
Yeah, remember?
No.
Had the Trainwreck sound and everything.
We did?
We did, yeah.
What was it?
It was pretty much
like
our normal segments.
It was just like the worst screw up of the day or the
completely
week.
crashed.
whatever.
Fantastic. What a great idea. Why did we get rid of it?
So good other radio shows started doing it.
Oh.
I'm still tasting the pecans.
I legit don't remember that bit.
You don't remember Trainwreck Radio? It goes all
I
the way back to
remember
the old
us saying like
station.
that.
I literally have a button called Trainwreck.
Let's hear it. We got to bring that back. Why did we get rid of it? Probably I got bored.
We just did. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last segment qualified for Trainwreck Radio. That is it for us. Thanks to all of our guests.
What year
Mostly
was
Eno
this?
Sarris today on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. Benna Woods back tomorrow at 6 a.m. on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.